People that hate and Twitch streamers, welcome to a brand new video. Ethan Klein, as you can see over here, doing the very famous Elon Musk salute, has obliterated Piker. It's finally over. He's done. He's cooked. It's over. We're gonna make Mexico pay for how over he is. It's a glorious time to truly be me, because as someone who's preying on the downfall of idiots and morons and Hassan for a very long time, I have literally been waiting for this. All right? I'm sick. I'm still sick, but this will make me feel better. This is gonna be my final video where I am sick. I can already tell the cure is on the breath of this man. You do not understand how excited I am for this moment. This is Jewish Christmas. Jewish Christmas has finally arrived. It's not December 25th. It's not January 6th. No. Jewish Christmas is when this absolute degenerate piece of gets destroyed. So, as someone that has covered this extensively, I imagine my commentary will not be super duper in depth because I literally probably covered everything he's gonna say in this video. I don't care if we are retreading old ground. We are celebrating on this glorious day. We were all born for this. The dreidel continues to spin towards justice. For those who don't know who Hassan is, he is someone that supports terrorists. That is all you needed to know. Anyway, getting into the content nuke. Am I gonna get canceled for cheering on my reaction to this? Probably. Will it be worth it? Definitely. Ethan Klein came out of a 4-year retirement to drop a nuke. And honestly, this is one of the greatest things of my time. I'm so excited to cover this. I'm actually shaking. All right. Minimal commentary, maximum enjoyment. Oh! Oh, destroy him. Destroy him. Please. I still, by the way, get people. I still, by the way, have people telling me that I shouldn't be so anti-Hamas Piker. I mean, Hassan, sorry. I keep mixing up his name with his hero's name. Sorry, bro. Fuck this bitch! It's a good time to be alive. Oh!
People cried. Most people were silent.
Uh-oh. Oppenheimer time.
I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Vishnu takes on his
I am become socialist buyer of mansions.
form and says, now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Let's go! Dude, we should at least have some sort of bingo card. All right, here's my predictions for what's going to be covered. All right, he supported 3 different terrorist organizations, the Houthis, Hamas, and Hezbollah. All right, he also calls for violence against politicians and basic capitalist pieces of shit. People. He just generally just actually calls for genuine violence, and then he says in a video game. So, dude, I'm ready. The media likes this guy. He's their poster boy. Nah. We cook on this day.
Fucking bloodthirsty, violent pig dog. Why am I held accountable? God forbid you throw.
Why am I held accountable? Oh my God. America deserved 9/11. Yeah, that's another thing he said. America deserved 9/11. Bro, this guy is everything wrong with modern politics, and for some reason, people give him a pass because at least he's a leftist. All right, at least he's a leftist. Fucking shove a goddamn horse cock up this man's ass.
The fucking green Hamas banner.
Happy birthday.
2025, terrible year for leftists. All right, we got Hassan. We got Hassan, the terrorist sympathizer. We got Destiny, the alleged sexual predator. And then we got Vosh, the lolicon horse folder guy. Bro, what is even going on?
I'm cooked. Happy birthday from Twitch, Hassan. Happy birthday from Twitch.
Prologue. All right, let's go.
Oh, hi there.
Hi.
It's me, your old friend, Ethan Klein. It's been a while since we've last spoken. In that time, I've had 3 kids, all boys.
Love that.
I've lost 100 pounds, and
Love that.
I've pissed off 75% of the internet.
Let's go!
Probably a lot of you guys, too.
I mean, to be honest, it's, dude, Jew moment. Jew moment. We both pissed off 75% of the internet.
Actually talking
Let's
about
go.
there at the NRA meeting that's today in Texas.
Okay, I never said anything as fucked up as this.
Someone should bomb.
Yeah, that was a clip of Ethan saying someone should bomb the NRA meeting. Listen, this video is not me praising and glazing Ethan. This video is me joining forces with this man because there is a greater evil, goddammit. Yes!
Oh, yeah, and I got a tattoo also, so I'm cool like
That
that
is a terrible tattoo.
now. Left or right, I always thought that, despite our differences, there was one thing we could all agree on.
Terrorist bad. Rape bad. These are two things that I think everyone agreed on, and then Hassan proved them both wrong. Hassan is one of those rare pro-rape leftists, as long as the people that get raped are innocent people on the other side. Classic Hassan moment.
And what was that? That we love America.
Hassan hates America. All right,
And
you tell.
everything she stands for.
All right.
Mom and Dad.
Don't tell Captain America.
Apple pie.
Sure, there's plenty to criticize and endless things to improve, but I thought it was about making a more perfect union.
He meant to say "Make America Great Again," and then he realized that would sound wrong, so he reworded it. I respect it.
Not tearing it down.
And marching bands. A pride that only
The
free-
thing is, there's something kind of scary brewing in America.
What's going on?
Communism.
Communism.
That's America. That's America to me.
Yeah.
I started a show a couple of years ago with my acquaintance, Hasan Piker. You might remember him from such
I love how he said acquaintance, not friend.
classics as
America deserved 9/11, dude.
Hassan, let's go! And somehow they still platformed him after that.
Dude, fuck.
He also, by the way, in this same clip, right next to this clip of him saying America deserved 9/11, he was talking about this guy and he said, I hope a terrorist fucked his eye hole after he lost his eye. That's what he literally said right after this. Okay? Like, you don't understand. You don't understand. Every time you think you dislike this man, you do not dislike him enough.
Fuck it. I'm saying it.
Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers in a video game. Sorry. Holy shit. That's not what I said. You dumb cracker bitch.
and of course, the Leftovers podcast, which was our show, which we made broadly to goof on the antics of the right. Now,
Is that Dan Crenshaw? Yes.
to be clear, I knew about all these edgy and controversial jokes at the time we made the show together, because who am I to judge?
Can I just say, by the way, true pre-watch moment, I predicted that show literally falling apart. I literally predicted it, and I was in fact correct.
There is Ethan Klein being a delightful human being.
I was just gonna say, if there's another Holocaust, if they start rounding up the Jews again, I hope Ben gets.
Yeah, that's fucking horrible. That is despicable shit. Oh my god. Now again, you could argue it's an edgy joke. It's an edgy joke. It's just edgy. It's just edgy. But it's fucking gross and horrible. I've made edgy jokes. Nothing quite that evil. My edgy jokes are generally more of the I wish something large and spiky would get shoved up the rectum of someone that is cringe. That is my general direction of edgy jokes. That's fucking horrible.
He presents himself
But ultimately it is a joke. And even though it's an edgy joke that I think is still gross and disgusting, realistically, just saying, it's still better than actually promoting terrorist propaganda.
as someone like me, a left-leaning Democrat who supports basic things.
It's bad, but at least you could tell he's joking. Then you got Hassan out there, actively promoting terrorism.
And we went on making the show for about 2 years, and everything was good.
I love how Hassan literally tries... By the way, Hassan tried to call me a pedophile because I shit on cringe hentai 3-4 years ago. Okay? That is what Hassan needed to pull out of his ass to imply I am a pedophile. Okay? You gotta recognize... You gotta recognize this beef is glorious. Let's go.
Everyone was having fun. The audience was having fun. No problem.
Right.
That was until this happened. We were doing our regular show, and for the first time I noticed an inordinate amount of radical, hardcore leftists. I mean, I thought we were social democrats, not whatever this was.
I don't hate the idea of like people who can be successful. I think it's good.
That was his take? No! This is why the left is eating themselves, by the way. Because you got a totally normal take like, I don't mind when people are successful. And then they get destroyed.
People can achieve success in the term monetary success. I mean, that's what that means, right? I do. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Because I see so many people in the chat saying no.
I don't know what y'all are tripping
someone
about. Like,
being
what the fuck do you want?
What is the
successful.
idea
Like,
that
are you guys
people
like
are
just-
looking for?
Success.
You guys are all like radical communists.
Hassan, I honestly think you have a $3 million mansion and 0 homeless people that you have that you put up in that mansion. That's pretty fucked up of you.
That many radical communists? Suck it, chat. You're watching a capitalist pig. Deal with it.
And then this happened. This comment from Hassan really started to sound some alarms in my head.
If you're in a socialist country with multiple parties, and one of the parties is a capitalist party, which would surely exist.
Yeah.
What would you do if that party started gaining momentum?
You don't understand. Hassan is not pro-democracy. Hassan is the most fascist streamer I've ever seen. He is not pro-democracy. I know what he's going to say. He's going to say you have to put all the capitalists in re-education camps.
The solution to that would always be education.
See? That's the same thing.
Offering more
propaganda. Re-education camps.
Certainly, yeah. There should be an enforcement mechanism.
Guys, welcome, baby. Hassan is not pro-democracy. He is pro-fascism. He's pro-fascism, where you have the Hassan people at the top of the totem pole, and then you have the other people that think that they're living in a socialist country on the bottom.
And in that enforcement mechanism, I think like rehabilitation.
What do you mean rehabilitation? Someone believes in capitalism, they need to be rehabilitated?
Would include re-education as well.
Oh, yeah.
If putting capitalists in re-education camps isn't disturbing enough,
that's pretty disturbing.
I started to notice that Hassan was carrying a lot of water for communist states' war crimes and genocide.
Oh, true. Because Hassan actually supports China genociding Tibet. That is totally cool with Hassan, because they are an inferior culture, according to Hamas Piker.
What do you call Crimea? I call it a part of Russian territory, bitch.
Bro, by the way, I don't know if you're familiar with any form of history, but Russia is literally the aggressor here. Okay? Crimea is Ukrainian, at least at this point.
That's what I call Crimea. I call it Crimea River, a Russian river.
Oh, this is the guy that cares about genocide, right?
The annexation of Crimea is absolutely a justifiable annexation.
Bro! The annexation of Crimea is Russia wiping out Crimea and taking it over. I just tried to translate what's going on.
Tibet was literally a fucking
Tibet, let's go.
Feudal slave mandate autonomous zone.
China did them a favor.
That was one. I mean, in America, when I say something like this, people get very upset. You know, we talk about the Dalai Lama saying "suck my tongue" or whatever, but like that's not far from the norm in fucking normal Tibetan existence.
So he is pro-Tibet being genocided and colonized by China because Tibet, according to Hassan, is an inferior culture. But then Asmongold says inferior culture and Hassan loses his shit. Interesting.
For the Communist Party came in and
so China unilaterally took over Tibet.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Like, their culture.
Pretty fucked up.
They basically are trying to, homogenize the culture.
If your culture,
they're trying to spoil the religion and the identity.
The part of the warlords and slavery, abolishing that, yes, I do think that is good.
No, China did them a favor.
This is a good way to describe Taiwan as well.
Oh, Taiwan also. Let's go. Taiwan should also definitely get colonized by China. Hell yeah, baby.
The American federal government going into the fucking South and killing, unfortunately not all of them, but a decent amount of slavers and defenders of slavery.
You ready for this?
This is violent retribution from a powerful federal government.
In his analogy, Taiwan is the bad guy in his analogy.
Tibet was a separatist.
That squashed, okay?
Tibet is the South in the Civil War?
Yes.
And most disturbingly, complete whitewashing of the Chinese genocide.
This guy's a monster. Violence is cool when it's anti-American violence.
Against their Muslim minority group, the Uyghurs.
Don't they have Uyghur death camps? Is that?
It's not a death camp. They were re-education camps.
Re-education camps. I see. That's what he wanted to do with capitalists, by the way.
And they are no longer in operation.
Is that
according
true?
to the Associated Press?
Okay. I saw this crazy documentary, and I don't know. I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know the surrounding narrative or anything about it, but it was about there was doctors in the area. They would be able to procure organs.
No, no.
I'm telling you, they were in China.
No, it can't be.
Okay, that one is Shen Yun,
they're like,
Falun
Gong. No, but they're anti-American, so they're good.
From a Uighur. But why is that? Is that really that crazy?
The Associated Press quietly fucking wrote an article that didn't get a lot of coverage in mainstream media about how, like, okay, well, you know, all the concentration camps have been closed now. It's like all the re-education camps are closed now in fucking Xinjiang, and it's like very different. Very different vibes in Xinjiang, and now, you know, it's the tourism hour.
Let's see what the Associated Press actually had to say about this. These are all AP articles from the last 2 years. UK independent body reports China committed genocide in Xinjiang.
And he supported this, by the way. Like, you have to recognize that Hassan supports he's a genocide supporter, it seems like. Based on my incredibly thorough analysis, it kind of seems like he's supporting genocide. Damn, that's weird.
China sanctioned a U.S. research firm and 2 individuals over a report about the human rights violations in Xinjiang.
It's the tourism hour.
Don't worry, we're going to get to all the pro-Hamas shit soon. Don't worry.
China's fury. UN accuses Beijing of Uighur rights abuses.
Tourism hour.
Uighur County in China has the highest prison rate in the world. 1 in 25 people is in a Chinese prison.
It's the tourism hour.
48 Uyghurs detained in Thailand for almost 11 years are on hunger strike to protest their imminent deportation to China, where they face imprisonment or execution.
Not only does this AP article seem not to exist, reading the AP proved exactly the opposite. Hassan has happily eaten up the Chinese propaganda on this and has regurgitated it to his mainstream audience.
Interesting.
Why is he defending China's genocide of their Muslim population? How does this even make sense? It only makes sense if A, he's being paid, or B, he has the political complexities of a 5-year-old. I know America Bad is a meme that people laugh at online, but with Hassan,
this guy literally is America Bad.
The beginning and the end of his analysis.
Literally.
2 principles. Let me explain to you 2 principles that you should keep with you, coming from a person who's Turkish, okay? When you look,
I love how he's sometimes Turkish, and he's sometimes white, and he's sometimes Muslim.
At a situation in the Middle East, you look at what the local government is and who the Western forces are. Never align with the Western forces.
That's it. That's all you need to do, guys. That's all you need to do. If America is supporting something, you have to be against it. That's literally the only thing you need to do.
So when I look at other countries, I look at the regional actor, whoever the regional power player is, and then I look at who is backed by the Western superpower. That's a principle that you could take home with you.
That's a principle.
Actually be moral. Or
that's a principle, guys. That's a principle. You want to be moral? Just be anti-American every step of the way, baby. America's anti-terrorist. You need to be pro-terrorist.
You want to be smart about the way you analyze other countries. That's one basic principle that you can take home with you. All of a sudden,
where does this guy live? Oh, he lives in a $3 million mansion in Los Angeles that he bought based on the money that he made through Amazon, the biggest fucking American company. Yeah, and just making this clear.
Magically, you are above on your foreign policy analysis. You're going to be better off than 90% of people that look at the situation.
Oh, wow.
After seeing all of this, I was already getting uncomfortable with our partnership.
I'll be real here, Ethan. The moment you saw all this, you shouldn't be uncomfortable. You should have instantly nuked it. I mean, better late than never, bro. You can gaslight yourself when your friends are doing some cringe shit, but this is crazy.
I started to wonder if I had any idea who this guy actually is.
Well, now you do. Now you know he's a terrorist sympathizer and propagandist.
And then this happened.
We have breaking news out of Israel this morning where Hamas has launched a surprise attack within Israel's borders overnight.
After the shock of October 7th, I noticed a huge increase of anti-Semitic comments from
He's not the only one.
Hassan's stream and Discord, including from his head mod. I was disturbed that Hassan was seemingly okay with this.
Seemingly okay with this? He supported it, basically.
Like, do you care that your chat is calling me racist? Do you make any attempt to modify?
I have not looked at my chat.
Moderate that at all?
I have not looked at my chat at all, but you have
I just opened it, but don't you have moderators? Do you care at all about what your audience says about me?
There's 32,000 people in here right now.
I'm just trying to tell you guys how it feels. And I'm fucking shocked that you.
I love these are the tolerant left when a Jew gets death threats because other Jews get murdered. the tolerant left. What am I looking at?
Don't care. That
Aren't you supposed to care about like shit like this? Isn't this like literally in your wheelhouse?
People in your chat are saying, "Who the fuck is this child? Cold, arrogant, kind as fuck."
I love you, but there's only so much I can do.
How can you be surprised when your Discord is literally full of fucking?
Ethan, I love you, but there's only so much I can do if you're making that argument. You know that, right?
What argument? What argument? Let me just by the way, let me just say, Ethan is actually a pro-Palestine guy. That literally is his politics. He is pro-Palestine. The only difference between him and Hassan when it comes to actual political opinions is that Ethan doesn't think you should literally kick all the Jews out of Israel. And Hassan literally wants to kick all the Jews out of Israel. That is the difference between their different ideologies. Ethan, listen, man, I love you, but you're a filthy Zionist pig dog, says, you know, the tolerant left.
Hassan's chat had been calling me a Zionist, baby-killing genocider. Maybe
I mean, they call me a Zionist too, but at least that's I guess more justified, I guess. So can't be upset, can't be mad.
It is unreasonable that I'm asking him to moderate his chat for a friend. He doesn't even know where I'm coming from because it's not something he would ever ask for.
And all these other content creators actually, you know, whipping their communities when their chat is going fucking absolutely bananas.
Oh my God, he's complaining that XQC with 130,000 live viewers isn't moderating his chat. When this guy's chat, literally, I've seen chat logs from its chat. It is all just basically saying "death to the Jews" in different words.
Over random dumb shit, and bringing my name up for no fucking reason. That you were just allowing that shit to run rampant in your chat, and I thought that was fucked up. Ethan, I love you, but there's only so much I can do. Especially as someone who thought we were fucking friends. I think that's a reasonable expectation for someone who you consider.
That's Hassan, baby. Ethan's the backstabber here, not him. The guy that wants all Jews kicked out of Israel. No, not him. He's not the backstabber.
To be a friend.
The problem wasn't that he was pro-Palestinian, because I share a lot of those views, and I've been a stalwart supporter of the Palestinian cause for many years. The problem with Hassan's coverage, and a lot of people like him, was their complete lack of empathy for the Jewish people who were frankly slaughtered by Hamas. He refused to show even a crumb of empathy for the Jewish victims.
That's simple. It's because he hates Jews, in my opinion. All right, not trying to label him as an anti-Semite here, but when he actively obfuscates the tragedy that happened to innocent Jewish people, it just kind of gives me that impression.
Listen to what this guy has to say.
As you might have seen, there was some sort of rave or desert party where they were having a great time until the resistance came in electrified hang gliders and took at least several dozen hipsters.
All right, these people are celebrating that innocent Jewish civilians are murdered by terrorists, okay? That is what these people are celebrating right now. I just want you to be clear.
But I'm sure they're doing very fine despite what the New York Post says. But nobody had seen this coming.
I mean, that's insane, right?
I don't even... Yeah, okay.
By the way, just to be funny, because, again, I've done all the research on all of these clips myself. So you could say that obviously I have some people in my chat saying that, oh, Ethan just got these clips from Destiny subreddit, and I've actually looked at the originals. Almost all of these. I covered Hassan pretty extensively recently. He actually says here, I couldn't see, I forgot my glasses today, and he makes believe he can't actually see what's happening on the screen, like a complete fucking retard. So yeah, nice try.
Like,
okay. I'm just criticizing people. You don't have to comment if you're not comfortable about it.
Why wouldn't he be comfortable criticizing them? Anyone that doesn't criticize this is a fucking pig. How could you not criticize people celebrating about innocent people dying? I'm sorry.
He felt at times that he and his audience barely thought of Israelis as humans. But this dude just called babies militants.
No, I understand. And there are baby settlers.
Baby settlers. Do you hear what he just said? There are baby settlers? He is saying... And he's using this argument saying that there are baby settlers to say that babies are valid military targets for Hamas, a terrorist organization. Do you realize what he's trying to justify here? Just saying.
As well, but there are baby settlers as well. There are baby settlers as well in the settlements.
Part of running defense for Hamas is downplaying the violence, specifically the sexual violence, which he's done a lot of.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
Oh, really?
That doesn't change the dynamic.
Yeah, classic Hamas Piker moment. Classic Hamas Piker. Every time. We believe all women, unless they're Jews, in which case, I don't know about that.
For me, even this much.
Oh, it doesn't even matter this much that there are innocent girls getting raped. That's the person we look up to today.
So that's the other part of this problem that people can't contend with. Like, the Palestinian resistance is not perfect. They're not.
Oh, it's not perfect. It's not perfect that they're raping women and murdering babies. Oh, classic imperfect resistance.
Like, so good. They have magical bullets.
Yeah. Sorry about the rapes. We're not perfect. No.
Resistance
No.
is not perfect. They're not.
Oh my God.
So good. They have magical bullets. Is not perfect.
Of course, if you compare the raw numbers, Gazans have lost a lot more than Israelis. 40,000 people have died, and neighborhoods have been completely flattened during this war. And while we should keep their plight at the top of our minds at all time, it also doesn't mean that we should disregard the lives of the Jewish people who are also affected by this, even if their suffering on the whole is not as great. Some of you may know that I'm an Israeli dual citizen. My wife is Israeli, my kids are half Israeli, and my entire in-law is Israeli. I lived there for 5 years, and I grew a closeness with the country and its people. One of the biggest issues between me, Hassan, and his community was that I am in favor of a two-state solution, while they are in favor of a one-state solution.
Yeah, where you just wipe out all the Jews. You see, Hamas Piker actually does have an idea in mind for peace. If you just simply get rid of all the Jews, you won't have any more conflict, will you? That's not technically true, because then they'll probably go for America. He literally supports the Houthis, which are terrorists, that their slogan is death to Israel, death to America, a curse on the Jews. That is their slogan, and Hamas Piker actually supports those guys that has that slogan. So, Hamas Piker's solution doesn't always work.
Their theory is that after the October 7th attack, Israel should just dissolve its borders.
That's the solution, guys. Classic. Why are we deporting the illegal immigrants? Israel should also dissolve their borders. What a fantastic idea. Did you know that Hezbollah is a terrorist organization that literally is direct north of Israel? Did you know that Hamas is a terrorist organization that is directly south of Israel? Let's just and close the borders. Let there be no borders. Let them just come in. Now they have to shoot their missiles from across the border. Do you have any idea how much better their missiles will be if there are no borders? Wow, what a fantastic solution. You have to realize this is the level of stupidity that he is peddling to his millions of fans, this guy.
And let Hamas enter Israel unrestrained.
What do you think Israel should have done in response to October 7th?
All right, so October 7th, just to reiterate, the most Jews died that day since the Holocaust, okay? It was just, thousands of terrorists washed over the border and murdered basically 1,500 just civilians, all right? Just saying, that's what they, that's what happened, all right? Pretty horrible thing. I think any normal human could agree.
Instead of indiscriminately bombing Gaza, I think the first thing to do in that situation...
It's also not indiscriminate bombing, just to be clear.
...would be to...
Yes, it was unfortunate. There was an unfortunately tragic amount of innocent people that were killed. However, they were actually aiming, at least, for, terrorists.
Dismantle the government in the way that it existed, like get Netanyahu out of power. Okay. So you're saying Israel in response... Hold on, dude. You're saying in response to this terrorist attack, Israel should have dismantled their own government.
First...
Do you hear how stupid that sounds? Okay, so they attacked us. What should we do? Dismantle our government and let them in. Ha! Obviously.
Set of actions would be to democratically.
Do you realize there is an election? There's elections in Israel, too. You realize the reason why Netanyahu is the president, is the prime minister, is because he won a democratic election. Oh, my God.
Take Netanyahu out of power, yes.
The problem is that Israel's been at war with its neighbors for 70-plus years.
Yeah, do you know what radicalizes people to want a forceful government in Israel, by the way? The fact that... what's the correct word? The fact that there are thousands of missiles flying into Israel over the last 10 years, like into civilian areas. That doesn't exactly make people feel safe.
And it makes a lot of sense that there be some distrust there. Is it really insane to think that Jews, as an ethnic minority in Israel, would not be safe? After all, Israel is a country of refugees. If the Jews didn't come from Europe after the Holocaust, they came from the surrounding Arab countries that expelled them in massive amounts following the 1948 war.
I mean, like, I don't know all the numbers off the top of my head, but like Morocco as an example, about 70 years ago, Morocco had like over 250,000 Jews, and it currently has like 2,000, right? That is the level of expulsion we're talking about.
In fact, there was more Jews displaced than Palestinians during the Nakba. 1 million Jews. All of these surrounding Arab countries had vibrant Jewish communities in huge number, hundreds of thousands. Now, if you look at them, you're looking at close to, if not literally, 0 Jews left in these countries.
Just to give you an idea, here's a visual representation of the Jewish refugees after 1948.
Yeah.
Morocco had 265,000 Jews. Now it has 2,000. Algeria had 140,000. Now it has about 50. Iraq had 150,000 Jews. Now 10. And I want to give a special shout out to my boy over in Afghanistan, one known Jew.
By the way, I think he died, actually. I think there are no known Jews in Afghanistan, by the way. I know that we shouldn't be laughing about this. I mean, poor bloke literally just... But I think he actually died.
We know him. We love him. He's the one Afghan Jew.
They were forced to leave their homes, their lives, their property, and migrate to the only place in the world that would accept them, which was Israel. The irony of this whole situation is that after the 1948 war, when Israel won the war to declare its independence, the Arab countries got super anti-Semitic against their own Jewish citizenry that had nothing to do with Israel. And as a result, they kicked them all out, 1 million plus of them, and forced them to go the one place they hated the most, Israel. And now those same people that forced them out of their homes are telling them they don't belong there. So if the Jews of Israel are surrounded by Islamic militant terrorist groups that have...
My God, they're doing the Elon Musk salute. Wait a second, hold on just a moment. Wait. Why does... I'm sorry, I'm shaking in my mind. My brain is literally shaking right now. Hassan supports these guys, identified and government dictated a terrorist organization. This is Hezbollah, an actual defined terrorist organization. And they're actually doing the Sig Heil Hitler salute. And Hassan supports these guys. But Elon Musk, bro, that guy, oh God, it's over. Hassan made 4 videos condemning him since that happened. You've got to be kidding me. Like, this is the most brain rot I've ever seen in my life.
Stated their goal is to annihilate Israel as a Jewish state. And considering the historical context of Jews being pogromed from Arab countries, is it really that crazy for them to not feel safe as an ethnic minority, even a little bit?
And that's pretty much the entirety of our disagreement. Despite what you've read on TikTok and Twitter, I've donated $6,500 to a Palestinian charity after the war started.
Hey, Ethan Klein, thank you for the dono. Ethan Klein gave $6,500. My goat. Thank you, Ethan.
Condemned Netanyahu as a war
My goat, that didn't age well.
criminal. They're led by Netanyahu, who should resign in disgrace and go to prison for being a war criminal. Called the West Bank settlements an abomination. Settlers in the West Bank are religious zealots. They're monsters. They're genocidal. I've even said the West Bank settlers are valid military targets. When you talk about like colonial settlers and stuff, like that's what's actually happening in the West Bank right now. And these people are more or less valid military targets, in my opinion. My only crime is wanting a 2-state solution instead of one, and thinking it's not okay to kill Israeli civilians. That's it. That's why they're calling me a Nazi Zionist. And
Bro,
because of Hassan and others.
It's so wild watching the like dude, this is like the classic like cannibalization of like a specific like the cannibalization of the left or whatever they call it. Like, it's crazy. Like Ethan is so pro-Palestine, and he's still labeled a Nazi Zionist. Well, honestly, probably because he's Jewish. Probably just because he's Jewish. Because he actually is pro-Palestine in almost every way. It's fucking wild. He's more pro-Palestine than I am.
They're spreading this malicious lie about my beliefs. I'm even getting harassed on the street.
So how come you don't like Palestine?
I like Palestine.
No, you don't.
Like, that's crazy. He's pro-Palestine, and this shit is happening.
Why do you say that?
Because, bro, you're... wasn't she in the IDF?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's...
Yeah, there's a mandatory conscription Bro, what are you talking about? What are you saying? Every single Israeli has to go to the army.
Mandatory service.
That's
She's born
sad.
there.
That's terrorism, bro.
She was born there.
That's sad. Feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck, bro. You're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist,
Bro,
man.
look in the fucking...
You look like a fucking rapist, Ethan. Feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck, bro. You're ugly as shit. You
Holy
look like
crap.
a rapist, bro.
Most rational Hassan fan. I can't wait for people to say, "Oh, he's not actually an Hassan fan. He's not a Hassan fan. He's a somebody else fan."
I'm tired of all these coward Americans in the South trying to act like they're so tough. Oh, I'm American. Oh, you don't even run your own country. You don't run your own country, bro.
Yeah, it's dude. This guy is gonna go. It's the Jews. The Jews control America. America is under the control of the Jews. This guy is fully down the fucking rabbit hole. Classic Hassan fan.
You don't run your own country.
I'm waiting for the defense. Oh, he's actually a Sneeko fan. He's not a Hassan fan.
Foreign country named Israel.
Oh, Israel control. Yeah.
Your country.
True.
Oh God, bro, I love you, Hassan. Can I give you a hug?
Oh my God, he literally is a Hassan fan. That's crazy.
So sweaty, bro.
Let's go!
I love you, bro.
Oh my God, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up.
I love you, bro. You're the coolest guy in the world, bro.
Yeah, you're the coolest guy in the world, bro. Who could have seen this coming? There's no way. You're telling me that these are the people that Hassan is brainwashing? No.
Hold on, I think I look gay in that one. Hold on.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Hold on, I think I look gay in that one. Hold on.
Okay.
It's the funny thing about me.
Nice.
I don't like terrorism, and I don't like terrorists. If they're Jews.
Wow, dude, wait. These are the guys that are like anti like the right wing conspiracy theorists. All right, cool.
Christians, Muslims, they're all bad. What is terrorism? It's intentionally targeting civilian population for political goals.
Yeah, terror's
I
bad.
don't like it. None of it.
Me neither.
And over time, I started...
As a fellow anti-terrorist, I happen to agree. Damn. Us coming in with the hot takes.
to learn that my
Ethan, I'm just saying, we should start a podcast together. I might not agree with everything you say politically, but we'll call it the Jewcast. It'll be incredible. We could tackle anti-Semitism around the world. It'll be amazing. Me and Ethan will come together. We'll start the Jewcast. Everyone will love it. I'll go to your son's bar mitzvah.
host, he really likes terrorists.
They do musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Dog, what do you... Look! You think I made this?
This isn't music.
No, you're just supporting the terrorist music video. You didn't make it. Cool.
I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hassan.
They're taking over these ships. They started targeting the ships.
People on this helicopter right now?
Yes.
They're streaming this?
Yeah. They're flexing.
What? And they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand, this is a deterrence. We think the Houthi
deterrent.
Nasrallah is doing what
deterrent.
Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization.
I don't remember the last time I saw Luffy raping and murdering children. I don't remember seeing that in One Piece, although I am like 10 chapters behind.
Do we like them or no?
I don't have an issue with them, let's just say. But they are a terrorist organization. Like they're designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Well,
he is regarded as a pretty brilliant person.
It's amazing that he'll glaze someone like Nasrallah, who, by the way, has contributed to the death of 1 million people in Syria, just because he also hates Jews. I'm sorry, I mean Israelis.
In terms of like everything that he's done.
Then I saw clips like this where Hassan is explaining how he's hiding his power level to funnel in normies into radicalization.
I think that in the short term, in order to combat against that, you have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda.
Wait, he actually admits that he is just being more of a basic bitch to bring in normies so that he can brainwash them? Like he's actually just saying this shit?
You want America, in the way that I feel about it, and if you want America to get out of the way,
wow, I didn't see this
or
clip.
Places with more revolutionary potential to do what they would normally do, I think that, you know, one thing you have to do is advocate for a lighter form while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond.
Oh my God, what?
You know. Right.
Bro!
Democratic idea.
I just wanted to put emphasis on the exact point of the so-called radicalization funnel, where, for example, Hassan and JT catch them while they're young, as they say.
They're actually talking about catching them while they're young and then brainwashing them into becoming radical terrorist sympathizers. Bro.
And then they start looking into this new idea, etc., and then move forwards through the funnel, get more and more informed, get more and more radicalized. You do your part in the funnel for the cause, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You're doing, in my modest opinion, a great thing for the cause.
You do a great thing for the cause. Yes, good job, good job. Bro, they're talking like they're recruiting terrorists. That's the type of shit you see the bad guys say in movies. Is, you've done a great job recruiting people for the cause. We're very proud of your methods. You get them young. I'm very happy you do this. Very cool. Holy shit. And then they talk about America being bad, while America's freedom of speech allows you to say this shit. You try saying something anti-Russian in Russia or anti-China in China.
Now listen to Hassan during our very first conversation lie to me about how he's a social democrat to hide his power level.
We should move towards these.
Bro, do not bring this into arguing about what power level of leftist you are. There is no way that's something happening right now.
Sweden-style economy or a Norway-style economy, which would be a social democracy.
You have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda.
With robust social safety nets.
Called radicalization funnel, catch them while they're young, as they say.
And protections for workers, like higher unionization rates.
A lighter form, while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond social democratic ideas.
Hell, he's proclaimed it loudly that he is a self-described propagandist.
I'm a propagandist.
Well, no.
For the record.
I'm not calling
I'm a propagandist.
Wait, he just says on the show he's a propagandist. Fuck, dude.
I'm just saying. I'm going to play you.
I'm saying I am.
Okay. Well, then I want to.
I'm saying I am.
And the moment someone says that, you just kick them off your show.
Before you even play it.
A propagandist is much more than someone with a bias. It's someone who knowingly lies to further their political agenda.
And then I had a terrifying vision. Had I been duped? Was Hassan presenting a Trojan horse to my community, where he was just a left-leaning Democrat like myself?
Interesting.
And as he said in the previous video, was funneling them into radicalization and turning them against me.
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet.
Oh my God!
I learned how much he hates liberals.
Dude, I hate liberals, dude. I hate them. I hate them so viciously.
This is just every liberal. I hate liberals, dude. Dude, what is going on? I wonder why the Democrats lost the election.
Did he secretly despise?
By the way, this guy is the biggest political streamer in the world, okay? Let's not mince words. Hasan Piker, this fucker, is the biggest political streamer on the planet. He had over 300,000 live viewers on election night.
Me this whole time?
I'm sorry, dude. I hate liberals so much.
Did this man sit next to me for 2 years and pretend to be my friend?
Dude, liberals are a burden on this planet, dude.
Liberals are the most scummy, vile fucking idiots. Liberals are incredibly
Oh my
stupid.
God, what is happening?
I'm
so happy Asmongold is becoming the biggest political streamer on Twitch.
Petulant liberals, dumb fucking liberals.
What else is someone this sociopathic capable of?
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet, dude.
Was I being manipulated this whole time?
Interesting.
That was my fear anyway. Regardless of his true beliefs, that broke my trust in him, and I pretty much ended the show immediately. And I felt guilty for my participation in mainstreaming Hassan. And for that, I apologize. I should have done more research, and I should have looked more deeply into who I was getting in bed with.
Based YouTube apology, because to be honest, it kind of warrants an apology.
Before they gave me chlamydia. Sorry, Hila. Over the past year since the show ended, I continue to watch Hassan platform, promote, and propagandize terrorist organizations. And every time it happened on Twitch, I would say, man, this time surely he went too far and someone's got to do something. But as the time went on, nothing happened and his views got more and more radical and more disturbing. I feel it's my obligation after mainstreaming someone like Hassan to take this on. And so it was war. Nuclear war.
I stand before you,
All right.
following
Content
the footsteps
nuke, baby.
of intellectual giants.
One thing we've
as
been hearing
nothing
for weeks.
but a simple man.
No.
So this was a clip of CNN saying they wanted Hassan, by the way, to become the Joe Rogan of the left. That's this clip, by the way.
Simple man
left
who understands
needs a Joe
right
Rogan.
from wrong.
Yeah.
Ethan, I'm just saying, we can make the most based political podcast of all time. We'll call it the Jewcast. All perspectives available. We duke it out. I'm just saying, it'll be huge. It'll be great.
You're an influential voice to a lot of people.
I'm an idiot. I'm a dumb bimbo. I don't know what I'm talking about.
And there are some things
I've gotten numb to criticism like this. It's not. As a matter of fact, I seek it out because I make content out of it. I think it's funny and fun.
Holy shit, baby. Here
And
we
there
go.
are baby settlers as well.
Dude, editing going crazy. This is bringing me back.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen.
Oh my God, dude. Actual Christmas. I'm here, baby.
Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video. ExpressVPN is an app that lets you change your location. Let's see what you can do with this.
No!
Netflix from a different country.
Crazy!
But why would you want to do that?
That's
It was
crazy!
$14. It's now $3.
Oh my God! All right,
Free
bro.
and I have
That's
access for you want to
insane,
connect
man.
Flash Asian. Thank you so much
Holy
to ExpressVPN.
crap. I'm telling you, every Jewcast will be sponsored.
And now back to our program.
Nice.
Meanwhile, at Twitch HQ, the marketing team is strategizing
Happy birthday,
on a new
Hassan.
advertising vertical.
Happy birthday, Hassan.
My friends at Twitch headquarters, the executives, the influencers. Hassan, nice to see you. Frogan, front row.
Yeah, woo!
I am here
Let's
to
go.
present to you an extraordinarily exciting opportunity. We have
I
not-
am waiting for. Hold on. Trump has been talking about all this crazy shit about, not letting terrorist propaganda and shit like that, and all the companies are getting buddied up to shit like that. What's going on, bro? When's the Trump administration looking at Twitch? I'm just saying.
not tapped this market yet. Now, don't panic, okay? Because you're going to want to panic when I tell you, but listen and learn. Who's billions of dollars eager to spend it? And what, people are too cowardly to reach out and take the money?
Not us.
Terrorism.
Yeah.
Terrorism.
You can support anything could get traction on Twitch.
Twitch is perfect. You could broadcast it straight into the veins.
Yeah, Twitch is great. From terrorism to porn, anything that you want, right there.
Of 18 to 35-year-old men. So here's what I'm suggesting. Hasan Piker. Yeah, we'll get drinks after the show. No, you.
Make the rich pay, says the rich guy.
He's such a great guy. No, you. Give it up for Hasan Piker, everybody. Happy birthday, buddy. This dude can package anti-Semitism and anti-Americanism like nobody else. In fact, you guys got him on the front page. And he's doing terrorism for free. Basically, gentlemen and gentle ladies, Frogan, you look good today, girl.
You look good. You only gained 20 pounds last week. Huge dub.
Girl, you look good. Great job on that Arab tier list. That was good. How much we get for that? Yo, you got 10 million from Qatar for that? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Twitch. Here's the thing. With help from people like Hassan, terrorism is like in the eyes of the beholder, right?
Sure.
They're not terrorists. They're... Go ahead.
Freedom fighters.
Go ahead. He knows. Freedom fighters.
Yeah.
We are fighting for freedom. What about the rapes and the murders? Don't mention that. What's wrong with you?
Awkward.
And another one. The resistance isn't
not
perfect. Right? You gotta crack some eggs, man. Hassan, you know Socialism didn't buy you that car.
If I knew that this is what communism would be in 2024, I wouldn't have bothered with this shit. Really.
Oh, God.
Of course, is the symbol of the capitalist excess. What the fuck is he thinking? You guys actually believe this idiot is a socialist? Forget a religion. Hassan is the opiate of the masses. Straight to the gulag for anyone subbed to this idiot.
Or that designer dog.
This breed's stunning fluffy coat comes with a price. Chow Chows shed all year.
Very cute, by the way.
Very adorable.
Those are expensive. The point is, We have the biggest political streamer on our platform that is influencing media and influencing young kids everywhere. If we can normalize terrorism, if we could rebrand it, then fuck the US Navy. You know how much those guys don't pay shit. You see the Army ads on Twitch? The Army is fucking broke, dude.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who loves America more than the Army. Qatar. Well, I don't know if love's the right word, though. They're paying more. Good CPMs coming out of Qatar. But you kids love anime, right? Yeah. Can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
I mean, look at
Love
what we've
anime.
already done with Hassan. You're the fucking man, dude. Happy birthday again, man. No, we got a big party for you after. No, don't do it. Let's wait, because we got a big party and a cake and everything for you after in the back.
Cooking,
prostitutes, too. Don't tell anyone.
Oh, God.
That's part of the past.
That was a very sexy reference to the time Hassan went to a brothel in Germany that was later raided for sex trafficking children. Just saying.
Look what we've done already. This Houthi pirate. I mean, who are you kidding? This guy's a fucking terrorist. He literally tweeting out he wants to kill Jews and put their heads on pikes. And somehow, not somehow, because of his genius, we have rebranded the Houthi fucking pirates, the Houthi terrorist organization. Yeah, the Islamic fundamentalists. Death to America.
Great, crazy.
Curse upon the Jews. That's right. That's the Jolly Roger of this man here. None other than Monkey D. Luffy. So,
according to Hamas Piker.
Let's get out there, guys. And let's make 2025 our biggest year, guys. Come on, guys. The resistance isn't perfect. The resistance isn't perfect. Yeah!
Like, this is just obviously satire, but it's killing me, bro.
Let's get him! If you want to know where on the political spectrum Hassan sits, take a look at a recent media analysis by Ad Fonte, which rated Hassan
Oh, God, I saw this. This is so fucking funny.
as the most extreme left-wing, untrustworthy media source on the internet.
Bro, how do you get this? How do you get this award? The most extreme left untrustworthy media source on the planet. That's pretty cool. That's pretty impressive. I have to say, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
And to give you an idea, he is opposite of InfoWars. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that Hassan loves all terrorists.
No, just the ones that hate Jews.
But what I will say is that there isn't many he don't like. Let's start with our good friend Luffy here and his organization, the Houthis.
And yes, this is what it looks like. They are
Oh my God, they're doing the Elon Musk salute. For some reason, Hassan is pro-Houthis, but anti-Elon Musk. That's so weird. That's weird. It's funny.
Hitler.
The Houthis are an Islamic military group. They're known for their cruel measures, forcibly recruiting child soldiers, shelling civilian areas, and blocking food from entering already famine-ruined parts of Yemen. They've also set up landmines in agricultural spots, making the fields virtually worthless. Women have virtually no rights, and homosexuality,
It's okay. Hassan doesn't care about women when it's not furthering his beliefs.
of course, is punishable by death. That lines up with leftist values. Now, just how little rights do women in the Houthis Yemen
They put them in cages, I think.
have? Well, according to this, there's been 1,181 violations committed by Houthi rebels against women.
That's pretty fucking bad, I would say. I would argue that's not so good. They're not even raping Israeli women. What's Hassan is supporting them? That's crazy.
Including torture, rape, and murder. So, not great. The Houthis have a very wholesome flag.
But don't worry, Hassan supports them.
As you can see here, it says, translated, Allah Akbar, death to America, death to Israel, and a curse upon the Jews. And that's all of them, not just the ones in Israel.
No, they want to kill Jews anywhere on the planet. They also want to kill America.
And of course,
this is pretty bad.
Victory to Islam. I get amused when these terrorists are like, we hate Jews. We want to kill Jews. And then people like Hassan are like, you're fucking racist for saying that they just want to kill Jews and that they're terrorists, man.
What you meant to say is Hezbollah is Muslim.
Oh, that's why you hate them. Not because they're terrorists, because you're actually Islamophobic.
You're not thinking deep enough about this
I
topic.
forgot about
My
that.
criticisms of the Houthis' slogan do not factor in to what they are doing. Of course, it is anti-Semitic, but contextualizing it matters. Yeah.
Contextualizing it matters. Death to Israel, death to America, curse upon the Jews. The context matters, guys.
It's really interesting because, like,
oh God,
that is such Western-focused propaganda.
Western-focused propaganda, guys.
Like, for a Palestinian to arrive at anti-Semitic opinions, okay, they don't need to read Mein Kampf.
Yeah, dude, this room is gonna get filled up by the end of the fucking video.
Oh, I almost forgot the most fun one. They brought back slavery.
We think the Houthis, Nasrallah, is doing what Luffy would do.
Yeah, because Luffy also raped 1,100 women and has slaves. Classic Luffy moment. Am I right, guys? Could we get a One Piece W in the chat?
Lines up with leftist values. All right, so these guys are clearly the bad guys. So my question is, how does Hassan cover such a genocidal, violent, misogynistic, homophobic, terroristic organization?
Oh, you want to see a Houthi musical?
Sure.
These were the people that the Saudis were killing, by the way. Just so you know, these fucking musically gifted individuals.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I need the money, guys.
I'm gonna grab my food.
I'm so confused. What is
اسأل أصحاب الفخامة والمعالي واسألوا عن الحشود العسكري يوم سيطرنا على الخوبة بآلي ما نبالي بالهبر والمدفعية
Just another classic banger song about child soldiers.
That's right, my friend. Hassan just played straight up terrorist propaganda without even being there to analyze it. Surely this must be against terms of service. Twitch does not allow content that depicts, glorifies, encourages, or supports terrorism or violent extremist actors. For example, displaying or linking terrorist or extremist propaganda even for the purpose of denouncing such content. Denouncing? Okay, but what's the rule for endorsing it? Is that okay? The answer is yes, as Hassan was never punished for this blatant violation of Twitch community guidelines. Got it. So denouncing terrorism is bad. Don't do that. Endorsing terrorism is good. Okay, got it, Twitch.
What is going on?
Can you explain this? This is a 3-minute video of. What do you mean a music video? When you said music video, I'm expecting like bad example, Chris Brown dancing. You know?
No. They do like they do musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Dog, what do you look? You think I made this?
This isn't music. I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shoot. This isn't a music video, Hassan.
No, it is. They do musicals about like their fucking like their actions all the time.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I've got this. Instead of terrorist propaganda, let's call it musicals.
That's right. It's just a musical. You heard of Alexander Hamilton? Well, have you heard of this?
They do musicals.
Instead of violent jihadists, let's call them musically talented people.
They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Guys, let's just use our brains. Fiddler on the Roof, Wicked,
Yeah.
Alexander Hamilton.
No,
man.
don't use my example. They're gonna say pre-watch. They're gonna say pre-watch now. God damn it.
Put these Houthis on Broadway.
Well, they go, listen. You want to fucking bring a ship through here? We're gonna take it. So that's exactly what the Houthis start doing. They start.
He actually just. I'm telling you, I saw this. I literally saw this last time. When he actually made this fucking stream with this guy. He just actually plots out how these terrorists operate and glazes them the whole time. Like, this is unbelievably despicable shit. Like, I don't understand. Not only do I not understand how Twitch is involved, I don't understand how every leftist on the planet literally needs to put their fingers in their ears to promote him just because he's a leftist. Guys, this guy is a terrorist sympathizer. Okay? He is he's a monster. Okay? And the fact that people are still CNN crowns him freaking Joe Rogan of the left. What are you talking about?
Fucking sending in
Jihad Rogan. Listen, they're not the same.
Helicopters onto fucking ships. Bro, they fucking look at this. They got the Palestinian flag that they painted under the helicopter with the Yemen flag. They fucking overtake. They start overtaking the ship.
Yeah.
And they're like, guess what, dog? No more trade to Israel.
This ship isn't even trading to Israel. By the way, that is the level of brain rot we're dealing with. Like, you think terrorist sympathizing is bad? Mix it with misinformation and you get Hamas Piker over here. Terrorist sympathizer extraordinaire. Do you see what's happening? This is not even making. I hope Ethan talks about this.
If you are sending ships into Israel, if you are owned by an Israeli subsidiary, if you're owned by an Israeli...
This is owned, but this, by the way, this is a ship chartered by the Japanese. It's not owned by Israel in the slightest. Just in case you wanted a little bit of, reality in your propaganda.
Corporation, we're going to take over your ship. You cannot fucking use this trade route anymore.
Awkward.
Guess what, bitch? It's our fucking territorial boundary, and we're going to enforce this until you stop doing genocide in Gaza.
So let's...
The funny thing is, this is not stopping Israel from doing anything in Gaza. Because this has nothing to do with Israel. They're just terrorists. He's just supporting terrorists and making up a whole fucking backstory and cause for these guys. Like, dude, this is like, what is happening? Right before Doflamingo falls down, Oda writes him a whole backstory. That's what he's doing right now. He is writing a fake backstory in real time to make you sympathize with terrorists.
Review his claims. His first claim is that the boat is headed for Israel. It's not. It's going from Turkey to India.
Bro! Yes, because stopping a ship going from Turkey to India will definitely harm Israel.
Next claim is that it's owned by an Israeli company. It's not. It's being chartered by a Japanese company.
Let's go!
And the boat's owners are registered in the Isle of Man.
This was an entire ass fan fiction. He gave a whole fan fiction to glaze terrorists. Do you understand how insane this is?
I'd like to remind everybody that the crew that's kidnapped in this video has been missing for over a year now.
I think they actually did get the crew back at this point, but it did take like a year until they got the crew back. So, I mean, still fucked up. And at the time that Hassan made this reaction, I don't think the crew was returned.
Zero updates on their health, whereabouts, or
they kidnap people! Innocent random people going from Turkey to India!
Anything.
That lines up with leftist values.
Yeah! Let's go! Joe Rogan to the left, baby.
Hassan's third claim is that this attack happened in their territorial waters, which is also a lie. It happened in international waters.
Dude,
Hassan is lying for the Houthis like he's being paid. And honestly, at this point, is he?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. How much is Qatar paying this guy to have these opinions? Listen, I'm not saying he's being sponsored by terrorists. All right, that was the end of the sentence. Moving on.
I'm a propagandist.
Well, no.
He's also a socialist, though, so he probably wouldn't take money from them even if they offered. Even if the terrorists did offer him money, he would probably say, no. I'm a simple, humble socialist living in my $3 million mansion with my $200,000 Porsche.
No, I'm not calling it that.
This is like a hostile... They're streaming this?
Yeah. They're flexing.
What? And they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand, this is a deterrence.
A deterrent to what? A deterrent to the Israelis on a Japanese chartered ship going from Turkey to India?
At least society is going to start getting upset. They're going to be like...
Even if it was a deterrent, it's not deterring shit. These are terrorists.
I can't get my treats. I can't get my Amazon Prime deliveries. What the fuck is going on? I hate this. Israel sucks. I'm leaving Israel. That's the goal.
I find it disturbing that Hassan...
They should just leave Israel. All the millions of Jews that were born in Israel and don't have a citizenship anywhere else, they should just leave Israel. Fantastic solution.
One thinks that a slowdown of imports is going to cause Jews to flee Israel.
Yes.
80% of Israelis were born there and do not have...
80% of the Jews in Israel were born in Israel. What the fuck do you want them to do?
...citizenship anywhere else. So where do you want them to go, Hassan? Back to Poland or back to the Arab countries they were forced out of?
Israel sucks. I'm leaving Israel. That's the goal.
By telling the Jews of Israel to
What a fantastic goal. See, at least he has solutions.
go back where they came from, Hassan attempts to deny Jewish heritage in the Middle East. It characterizes them not as indigenous, but as white colonizers. This is despite the fact that 60% of Jews in Israel are actually native to the Middle East.
This is wild.
So these guys did all of this, right? They did all of this.
Is that their helicopter?
Yeah.
That looks like a legit helicopter.
It is a legit helicopter.
This is wild.
Dude, honestly, I'll just be real. I think every streamer that collabs and works, like this guy, this Nick guy over here, he doesn't know what he's getting into here. He has no idea. But I think that people have to be aware of what Hassan is doing. Like, I don't believe in canceling people by association. I'm not going to say just because someone is friends with Hassan or collabed with Hassan or whatever, they're a bad guy. But they have to fucking know that this is what they are propping up. I'm just saying.
They take it over. They take it over. They take it over. And they tell the people in the ship, usually like mostly Filipino people, Filipino crews.
Oh.
And they're like, all right, well, we got no problems with you, but you're coming with us. We're taking over the ship.
What an incredible way to characterize having a gun in your face. Hasan is asking us not to believe our own eyes as we watch terrorists hostilely kidnap the crew.
We got no problems with you, but you're coming with us. We're taking over the ship.
Yep. That's what an average terrorist hijacking looks like. We got no problems with you. Everything is good. We're not gonna rape you. It's gonna be great.
And once again, the crew is still MIA for over a year, prisoners to a terrorist organization. But don't worry, guys. Hasan says they have no problem with them.
They're like, all right, well, we got no problems with you, but you're.
I hate to see the people they do have problems with. If the people they don't have problems with, they kidnap and enslave for over a year. I hate to see the people that they do have problems with
coming with us.
Like, at what point is it treason to keep praising terrorist organizations? Bro, this poor guy.
This is a 3-minute video of. What do you mean a music video? When you said music video, I'm expecting like. Are you being serious? I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hassan.
Damn. What is going on? I am very uncomfortable with this staring contest right now. Oh, God. Just saying, Donald Trump was banned on Twitch, but Hassan is not banned on Twitch. I just want you to be aware of that.
I bet Hassan's friend really appreciated being fed terrorist propaganda on camera. Let's see what he had to say.
Because hell, even a couple days ago, I was hanging out with my buddy Hassan, and this guy unironically put a terrorist propaganda music video on and then left the room.
Weird.
Left the room. Yeah. And I was just like, and the thing is, like, in hindsight, it's hilarious.
Very hilarious.
But at the same time, I'm like, what is going on here? This is wild to me.
Yeah.
But like, I just, and like, he was like, yo, they're such great dancers.
Oh my God.
I was like, okay.
Wait, is that how it works? If you watch like a politics TikTok, you get recommended Hassan right after?
Interesting.
Bro, he's all over this page.
Weird how that is. Yeah, it's kind of weird, kind of odd. Yeah, but there's an alt-right pipeline, guys. Alt-right pipeline. No. Twitch is the alt-left pipeline. Amazon is the alt-left pipeline. Okay?
It's crazy. Click it. Dude, Hassan be saying some wild stuff, man. So I don't know if we can.
Here's another
interesting
incident of Hassan enjoying some Houthi propaganda.
How much more? How much?
How can they not agree with the Houthis when this is the kind of music video that they're coming out with?
What the fuck?
They got a beautiful.
What are you talking about?
Beautiful voice too. Yeah, Israel been real quiet since this drop, dude. The fucking mixtape.
Oh, Hassan, my sweet, naive friend. You say that Jews don't sing and dance like that? Then what the fuck do you call this?
Oh, God. No, not the Miami Boys Choir, bro.
That's right, bitch. What the fuck you stepping on?
Yeah! Woo! Yeah, let's get a bunch of 13-year-old kids from the Miami Boys Choir. Hey, Houthi's been real quiet since this dropped.
Yeah, Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude. The fucking mixtape. Got a beautiful voice too. Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude. Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got it.
been real quiet since this dropped, dude.
Wow, that was something. Didn't see that. Did not expect this to be a segue in the, did not expect that to be a segue in the content, Nuke.
We come to our sweet, beautiful, cute little TikTok twink. This hairless young man is the fantasy of every tween and twix and all the boys and girls on TikTok. He's cute. He's got a mustache. He's a freedom fighter. Beautiful eyes. They call him Houthi Chalamet because
he's a Houthi terrorist.
Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother. What do you mean?
What do you mean? Remember this, because he later denies it and calls him a random Yemeni teenager.
Excuse me? Of course I'm about to have a... I'm a journalist, okay? This is journalism. It's so weird. It's so weird, motherfucker.
He's a propagandist sometimes. He's a journalist on his days off.
Motherfuckers want journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism, they go, why are you doing that? Bro, you are going to get banned? I think it would be ridiculous to do that.
Hassan now has the opportunity to express his journalistic chops.
Yeah.
To get his boots on the ground and show us just how good of a reporter he can be.
I'm doing journalism, chat. Does he know what One Piece is?
Painful every time I hear him say that.
He's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
Sick. Yes. Yes. We love you too, man. Big time. Yeah.
I love you. I love you so much.
We're big fans of the Yemeni music videos. You can tell them that. I want to ask him about the knife. The knives are sick. What's up with the knives? You know, the curved knives.
If one of those knives comes out in front of you, it's not going back until it has blood on it.
Oh, okay. My bad. Well, I mean, I think it's cool, though. That's so crazy. So they're just chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
Why do you think they'd be chilling with the captains? Because they kidnapped them! Fucking terrorist sympathizing bitch.
The crews on these ships, and they like win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America and the U.S. government.
I'm a journalist, okay? This is journalism.
Yeah, journalism is when I get a terrorist on my stream and suck his dick in front of 300,000 people.
It's so weird. It's so weird. Motherfuckers want journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism, they go, "Why are you doing that?" What do you mean? I'm just chilling. We're just having we're just vibing. Yeah, we're just vibing. We're vibing big time.
Hassan uncritically interviewed this kid for about an hour. It was the most brazen display of disgusting terrorist propaganda that I have maybe ever seen in Western media.
What has happened to, does he know what has happened to any of the crews? Like, I heard they...
Hassan almost asked.
The crews that were kidnapped by terrorists, by the way.
Asked a good question, but it's actually leading to the most obscene part of this interview.
He's saying he hasn't spent much time with Chinese people, but one of the captain was Chinese, and he did qat with them, and he danced some music with them, and he...
The captain that is kidnapped, by the way.
He was vibing, so he likes him, yeah.
So what? I mean, what? That's so crazy. So they're just chilling with the captains. Like, I don't understand.
Ask yourself.
You don't understand? Do you really not understand?
Why is he able to hang out with the captain and the crew of this pirated ship? Why would he even have access to that? Hassan knows
weird.
Of course, he is a Houthi terrorist. Instead of challenging him and demanding more details about these kidnapped and missing people, he just runs defense for this guy, acting like he doesn't know why that would even happen.
He's saying that they win over the crews on these ships, and they like win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America and the U.S. government.
That's so funny.
It is super funny, the idea of
Hilarious.
kidnapped crew members who are being forced, probably at gunpoint, to do some death to Americas and maybe some curse upon the Jews. And frankly, the callous disregard for the well-being of the literal hostages is shocking, even for somebody that loves terrorists.
That's so funny. Is there a KFC there? They're everywhere. I don't think there's a KFC in Yemen, dog.
He says they have two.
Oh, they do have KFC in Yemen? That's crazy. Okay.
Do you see what's happening? Do you see how insane this is?
Sick.
Is there a KFC in Yemen? No way, dude! Holy fuck! There's a KFC in Yemen! He's just like us!
True. Journalism, baby.
Does he know what One Piece is?
Oh, what if you? He's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking to a terrorist, right? You have to realize this. I have never seen terrorist propaganda this blatant in my life that wasn't directly coming from a terrorist, like, organization. Do you realize how insane this is? ISIS videos got nothing on this guy.
Yes, that's fire. That's so fire.
That's
oh
so
my
fire.
God. We think
I mean, whatever their hostages, but there's KFC.
the Houthis, Nasrallah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
Right.
You guys all remember Luffy's flag, right?
Right. Yeah, if you look at the back of this flag, it says "Death to America." You probably don't notice because of the animation budget. They only show you the front of the flag, but the back of the flag says "Death to America" and a curse upon the Jews.
I'm only halfway through that show, so maybe I just haven't come to it yet. But
No, I'm about 10 chapters behind, so I could be wrong. I'm 10 chapters behind in One Piece. I've only read like 1,070 chapters of One Piece or however many there are.
I do not remember Luffy's flag looking like this.
Yeah, weird.
Predictably, there was some blowback after this interview, and Hassan went immediately into damage control to rewrite history.
He said that he was just simply a Yemeni person and
Yeah, a Yemeni person. Remember I told you to remember when he described him as a rebel?
not a Houthi. Yeah, I mean, we don't even know if he's a Houthi or not.
Yeah!
He's a teenager in Yemen.
Weird.
The dude is neither a Houthi, nor a terrorist, nor a pirate.
Weird.
He's not a Houthi rebel. They didn't fucking call him a Houthi either. You want to know why? Because he's not one. He's not a Houthi
He literally described him as that.
himself. He's not a pirate, but... You know, I don't think he's not a pirate. He has reiterated the
Right.
position that he is not a Houthi. Trust me, bro, I'm not a Houthi.
Bro is really good at rewriting history. Holy shit.
Houthi, be for real. You sucked him off the entire stream. Not even a Houthi militant or anything like that. When I interviewed the dude who they still to this day call a Houthi terrorist, Tim Houthi's not even a fucking Houthi. I thought he wasn't a Houthi because he's not. No, he was just some fucking Yemeni TikToker. Random fucking Yemeni teenager. Didn't you brand it as him being a Houthi interview though? Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother. What do you mean?
That's journalism,
All right,
guys.
let's just take Hassan.
It's crazy. It's literally insane. There's actual receipts, and he'll just be like, no, I'll just rewrite history for a minute.
Word for it and assume, okay, this kid is not a Houthi rebel. He's just some ordinary Yemen teenager. Let's go ahead and take a look at his social media and see if that lines
Oh,
up.
God. Is he going to show the picture of the guy with the pike in his asshole? Is he going there?
All right, let's see here. Tel Aviv will burn in the coming hour.
That's pretty fucked up.
Ready for sacrifice and eager for martyrdom.
Uh-oh.
Maybe he's talking about football?
No. I think when he's referring to that, he's referring to... Oh, he's a terrorist.
Here he is singing a song with the words, "Do you threaten us with what we are waiting for, son of a Jew?" Meaning
I wonder what he could mean by that.
of Houthi is a title, and it's not something to fear, but for the Jews.
Oh, okay. All right. Listen, if you're not Jewish, there's nothing to fear. So he's not a terrorist, is what he's saying.
They are very afraid of this title. The execution
He's actually showing this, bro.
we will...
By the way, do you know how Hassan support? Okay, this one, you'd think this is unacceptable, right? Nux, you son of a Jew. I mean, true. All right, listen. If you see this, the execution we will carry out on all Zionists shows a picture of a guy with a pike through his asshole and his mouth, right? Hassan actually defends this tweet. Okay? I hope Ethan shows that clip. Hassan defends this tweet, and he says, "You don't know that this guy on the pike is Jewish, though." You'll see. You'll see.
carry out
Can't
on
make this
all
shit up.
Zionists with the lovely depiction of a man impaled through his asshole and out of his mouth with a pike.
pretty
Or,
bad.
how Hassan likes to say it, a pike for a cut. Okay, why would he retweet this article called "Houthis Use Social Media to Boost Global Prominence and Support"? Israel
weird.
falls. Wait for the new operation in Tel Aviv. The Jaffa drone, which no Israeli defense can stop. The ships we bombed and sank. I know the red arrow is supposed to be a cool military Hamas thing. This is a butt plug. Just saying.
Yeah.
To every Zionist, I will
Yeah.
put this into...
I mean, listen, there's a reason why the Biden administration was sending $50 million of condoms to Gaza. That is a real thing, by the way. Okay, watch my most recent video.
to your stomach. And let me state the obvious. Jew and Zionist is clearly interchangeable to this guy.
Yeah,
Okay,
facts.
but hating Jews doesn't make you a...
I mean, at this point, you see a lot of people do that shit. It's very cool, very pog. A lot of people like that want to say they hate Jews, but they don't want to say that because that'll make them look anti-Semitic. So they'll just say they hate Zionists instead. It's like a catch-all term. It's been a pretty effective tool recently.
Houthi, are you a soldier? Yes.
No, listen. Yes could be interpreted in many different ways.
That seems pretty definitive. You know what makes you a Houthi?
being a Houthi. At least one of the two of them is being honest about it.
No way!
Yeah.
No. Yes. That's fire. And that's so fire. Oh my God. We think the Houthis is doing what Luffy would do.
Yeah, let's go.
They're tweeting an image of a Jewish person on a pike. I don't understand why this problem can't be approached with nuance.
Oh my God, I'm so happy he's showing this clip.
Because he is a teenager in Yemen.
Terrorist.
Dude.
He's a terrorist. He's 19. Keeps calling him a teenager. He's just a kid. He's a 19-year-old adult terrorist.
Talk about the bigotry of low expectations. He's a kid in Yemen.
He's a kid in Yemen. Of course he wants all Jews to die. That's not racist at all.
Dude, what do you expect? Of course he's going to want to put a pike through a Jew's asshole and through his mouth.
True,
That's just what kids in Yemen are like, man.
And also, what do you mean? It's just a person on a pike. There's no Jewish person on a pike on that.
I told you he makes this argument. I literally told you he makes this argument.
Photo, unless I saw something.
He wants to see if he's circumcised, is what he's saying. He's like, I can't tell if the man on the pike is circumcised. His nose is a little too small. You literally can't tell.
Different.
Hassan claims this isn't even a Jewish person on the pike. How exactly is a naked, piked person supposed to look like a Jew for you, Hassan? You know what?
I mean, the guy literally said it's Zionists, right?
All right, let me make it a little clearer for you.
Right,
First, he needs a bigger nose,
True.
right, Hassan?
He needs
of course,
a yarmulke.
he needs a yarmulke, the curly things.
Right, the curly
oh,
things.
look, Hassan, he dropped his dreidel.
Oh.
He must be Jewish for sure. Or, you know, you could just read what he wrote, you dumbass, liar, terrorist-loving, propagandist piece of shit.
Damn.
This is why this entire conversation is fucking idiotic.
Agreed. The conversation is idiotic. The most idiotic part of this conversation is the fact that it's still happening and that Hassan is still able to get away with this and is still being glazed by everyone on the left.
It's not a Jewish person. He said, this is, I think why am I held accountable for some random fucking 19-year-old in Yemen's tweets? What is...
You know what? Don't worry, Hassan. Why don't you just... Oh, I don't know. Say that you don't support him. Say you don't support him. Say you don't support the Houthi terrorists and everything will be fine. Just condemn the Houthi terrorists. Oh, but he doesn't do that. He still doesn't do that. He still needs to gaslight people.
What's happening? How many steps removed are we from this situation?
0. I mean, you
platformed him and glazed him.
Do you not remember? Did the check not clear or something? When faced with fair criticism for his coverage of the Houthi Luffy, he has a total meltdown.
Yeah, why does he need to defend the terrorists that he promoted and never condemned? Interesting.
I fucking despise all of you, dude. I do. I really do. I hate all of you. You successfully got me to talk about this, and my patience is running thin on this matter.
What is he? My patience is thin. I hate when the terrorists I promote end up doing terrorism. Sort of.
The endless selfishness, the untapped well of American selfishness and
American selfishness. A classic American selfishness when your favorite streamer supports a terrorist.
Individualism is in full display. How is this the conversation that you want to have right now?
One of the most cynical methods Hassan deploys.
Why do you want to have the conversation that I'm supporting terrorists for years and getting away with it?
To sidestep any criticism is to deflect to the ongoing genocide in Gaza.
Oh, that's a good one. I love that argument every time. Yeah. It's like, why are we wasting time talking about how I am doing a horrible thing when we should be instead talking about the other horrible thing that's going on somewhere else?
I've seen him do this so many times. He frames it like you are selfish for trying to criticize him, no matter what the reason is, because there's a genocide happening, man. How can you criticize me at a time like this?
Claiming that I am, too pro-Houthi. When someone...
What do you mean too pro-Houthi? You shouldn't be pro-terrorist at all. Like, that's... Like, dude, your parents failed you.
Is like focusing on that while there's an active fucking ethnic cleansing campaign happening.
Oh, yeah, true, yeah, right.
Also, apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life. In the middle of fucking talking about fucking genocide in Gaza, and this dumb fuck. Blow your nose, brother. Love you. Not trying to be mean. Just keep some tissue nearby and clear it out occasionally when needed. Much love. Fuck you, dude. My argument sucks? You think it justifies genocide? What are you, stupid?
Dude,
everything
crazy.
that can be tangentially turned into like Jewish
Weird.
people are under attack is a decent way to just like drive discourse away from open genocide.
Right, this is the tolerant left. When they see a Jewish person under attack, this is taking away from the ongoing genocide. I think we shouldn't talk about this.
In Gaza, if your sole focus when Israel is doing a complete genocide in Gaza, if your sole focus revolves around that people are saying you're a Zionist, yeah, go fucking yell at streamers for not covering sufficiently the ongoing active genocide in Gaza instead of coming in here and fucking chirping at me.
It's quite a charge to just say, I'm a stenographer for the Israeli government or I'm a propagandist. I don't think there's any evidence I'm either of those things. I'm curious who you think I am doing the propaganda for.
While we're having this conversation, 3,000, Piers, while we're having this back and forth, 3,840 Palestinians have been ruthlessly slaughtered in the last incursion into Gaza. I feel like this is an incredibly selfish, self-centered conversation to have.
So why the fuck are you on this show? Why are you doing this show? Why are you doing all these streams? Like, this is insane.
This technique is so powerful because everyone is afraid of being labeled as a genocide denier. Piers Morgan, with decades of experience, immediately surrenders when the genocide card is pulled.
When you're just a fucking stenographer, you're not a truth teller.
He has every right to defend himself. And grow a pair, Piers. Stand up for yourself, man. It's time to stop being intimidated by these online overnight activists.
Why did the population of Gaza go up during the genocide? Guys, we are not talking about that. We are making fun of Hassan and Hassan only. That is the purpose. We are not discussing a 3,000-year-old beef, okay? We're not getting into literally any of that. This is a moment of joy, okay? I want to take this moment and be happy that Hassan is eating shit. That is literally what we're doing today, okay? Let's not talk about anything that is not directly making my day better, which is Hassan eating shit. We can argue about every political, geopolitical thing on the planet another time, okay?
Who couldn't even point to Gaza on a map before October 7th.
Like, oh, dude, I love this clip. I know what he's going to show. He's going to show the clip trying to find the Houthi, whatever.
Hassan, for example.
Doesn't know where Yemen is? Okay, I'm going to click close. I'm closing it.
All right, just for the record, guys, in case you're curious, this is Yemen. Okay, this little thing over here, that's Yemen, I'm pretty sure.
I'm closing it. I think I...
Oh, no,
nope.
oh, no.
Nope.
Oh, almost.
Nope.
Oh, he's close.
Nope.
Oh, no, no,
Nope.
no. Oh, he clicked Israel that time when he tried to click on Yemen. Oh, well.
Nope.
Oh,
nope. Nope.
Oh, he got it. I was wrong. I thought it was this one. It's this one. Yeah, well, he got it eventually. All right. You see what's going on, bro?
Got it.
How can you claim to actually care about this genocide when you're willing to so cynically exploit it
to sidestep any criticism?
What a bigot. Before we move on, Hassan has one final taste of idiocy for us all to enjoy.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
yeah. Now, this kid,
yes!
this kid,
the kid
is like
the 19-year-old terrorist kid.
He was like 19 at the time when I talked to him.
Right.
Which means that for most of his life, he has withstood genocide, right?
Which genocide by Saudi Arabia, by the way.
Like he is a person whose only experience is like, it's literally like talking to fucking Anne Frank, basically.
Oh God, fuck, this clip is insane. Anne Frank is a Jewish girl that was murdered by the Nazis during the Holocaust. Okay, that's the comparison he's making. And also, Anne Frank, not a terrorist. Anne Frank wrote a diary about wanting peace and shit before she was murdered by the Nazis. Like, making this comparison between a terrorist and someone who was murdered in the Holocaust is fucking crazy.
Basically, okay? Being able to talk to Anne Frank in real time.
To quote Anne Frank, I keep my ideals because in spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart.
That's what Anne Frank wrote right before the Nazis killed her. Okay? How the fuck do you make this comparison?
Anne Frank continues to inspire generations of people because in the face of a genocide that eventually took her and her entire family's life,
except her dad,
except for her dad, she refused to give in to hate, malice, and violence. And then there's this guy who would have killed Anne Frank if he ever met her.
True.
You might think this is a sweet, innocent girl. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys we are working on a new edition just for you, Hassan. You should hear about the time she went roaming the streets of Berlin at night with a knife, slitting the throats of families, including...
I'm pretty sure that didn't happen.
Children, babies, and the elderly. She's killed children, you guys. She even rapes people. She's just like Luffy. There is no other way to describe this than terrorist propaganda. Not only is he platforming terrorist propaganda, right, uncritically,
True.
he's participating in it.
He does.
He's enhancing it.
He does.
He is not just a conduit. He is an active participant who's disseminating it to more and more people. And
I have to look something up real quick. I'm just curious. Just curious. I have to look something up. I just want to say, yes, okay. Trying to figure this out. You have to do some research here. I wonder if like any of this can actually, as I see, interesting. I don't know. That's weird. Oh shit, that's crazy. Oh my god, I can't believe this one. That's wild. Anyway, more research to be done later.
a way more consumable form. This is extremely fucked up. But why should he care? Their flag doesn't say death to fucking Turks. It says curse upon the Jews. Hassan likes to obfuscate on this and says, nobody cares when Sean Penn interviewed El Chapo.
Sean Penn literally interviewed El Chapo.
There's a big difference between interviewing a terrorist and like actually like going back and forth and like fucking, you know, attacking them on their points and ideologies as opposed to literally glazing them and supporting them. I feel like it doesn't take a complete and utter retard to know the difference.
Exactly, dude.
Nobody is saying you can't have difficult conversations with controversial people. You just have to ask them hard questions, guys. We know this. Now let's move on to everybody's favorite terrorist organization, our friends in the north.
Hezbollah.
It's Hezbollah. Woo! Where do I even begin? Thousands of civilians.
All right, so there was this thing about pagers that happened. I don't know if anyone remembers that story.
Millions have been killed globally from their terrorist acts, car bombs, and suicide attacks.
Yeah, no, there's a big difference between an interview and giving someone a blowjob live. Hassan doesn't understand the difference between these two.
They even assassinated the Lebanese prime minister.
That's pretty fucking bad, by the way. For those of you at home paying attention, assassinating the prime minister, that's pretty fucked up. It's pretty bad, pretty bad. They also, by the way, in case you were curious, contributed to the death of 1 million civilians in Syria. In case you wanted to know, these are not good guys, okay?
They've hijacked civilian...
They've also shot, you know, tens of thousands of missiles over the last decade into Israel, into civilian areas.
Airplanes. They've shot 15,000 rockets into civilian centers.
Yeah. And literally, not just over the course of like the recent war, over the course of the last 10 years.
You can imagine... That's not even the worst things they've done.
Yeah,
they
true.
Participated in
that's what I was talking about, yeah.
The slaughter of over 500,000 Syrian civilians.
I think it was like substantially more than 500,000. Still pretty fucking awful.
To help a dictator, Bashar Assad, stay in power. They indiscriminately bombed over civilian centers, and they killed hundreds of thousands of civilians. And what can only...
This is pretty bad. Dude, anyone that would support these guys is crazy. I would go as far as to say that they participated in... a genocide.
Be described as a genocide.
Oh, damn. He literally took that one out of my mouth.
They are a designated terrorist group by the US, by the EU, and, oh yeah, the entire Arab League, which gave them that status after their participation in the Syrian genocide. In short, nobody likes them. Well, there is one person.
Hezbollah is a
that's
paramilitary
my Hassan.
organization.
Do we like them or no?
All right, do we like them? All right, this is a pretty easy question. What the fuck is the head wave?
They are a terrorist organization. Like they're designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
Okay, I do not like them then.
Well, like
Whoa!
I don't have an issue with them. Let's just say
this is Hezbollah.
I don't have an issue with them. Let's just say. Biggest political streamer on the planet, ladies and gentlemen. This right here, guys. This guy knows what he's saying. I'm just saying. This is the Joe Rogan of the left, ladies and gentlemen.
Hezbollah's leader, Hassan Nasrallah. According to
May he rot in hell.
Hasan Piker, this man...
Oh, he's dead, by the way. Huge dub for the world when this man got fucking murked.
...is a brilliant freedom fighter. But before we get into that, let's see how he feels about Jewish people. Here are some choice quotes from Hezbollah's leader, Hassan Nasrallah. According to Shaul Shai, Hassan Nasrallah said in a speech delivered in Beirut, "What do the Jews want? They want security and money. Throughout history, the Jews have been Allah's most cowardly and avaricious creatures. If you look all over the world, you will find no one more miserly or greedy than they are."
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with them.
I'm just saying, Ethan, me and you, the Jew cast, is gonna go crazy.
We searched the entire world for a person more cowardly, despicable, weak, and feeble in psyche, mind, ideology, and religion. We would not find anyone like the Jew. Notice, I do not say Israeli.
All right, this guy made it very clear. I'm not talking about Israelis. I'm talking about Jews. All right, he made made it pretty clear.
I don't have an issue with them.
If Jews all gathered in Israel, it will save us the trouble of going after them worldwide. The history of Jews has proven that, regardless of the Zionist proposal, they are a people who are evil in their ideas. The state of the grandsons of apes and pigs, the Zionist Jew, the murderers of the prophet. The Jews invented the legend of the Nazi atrocities.
I don't have an issue with them.
Meanwhile, there's a book of in Yad Vashem in Israel. There's a book of 4.8 million names of people, of Jews that were killed by Nazis. But yeah, they totally made it all up.
I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah base. I mean, listen.
Yeah, I can't believe you're calling Nasrallah base either. I didn't realize you were retarded. I only thought you were a terrorist sympathizer.
Listen, you have to remember something, okay? A lot of these dudes, you see them in their fucking fits, and you hear about, like, some of their attitudes about, like, gay people, for example. And
yeah, he executes gay people, by the way.
you immediately fucking resort to Orientalist perspectives, not realizing that these motherfuckers are better read than you by a million.
He reads books, but he executes gay people. He's cool. Knowledge.
Okay? Like, it's not a broken clock situation. No, dude.
No, dude.
Half of these dudes literally get educated in America and in the UK.
You can hear it. You smell the cock on his breath right now.
Hey, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
What are you talking about?
Learn,
this is why it's Orientalist.
Weird.
To literally look at these dudes and go, oh no, they're fucking barbaric baboons, and like sometimes they get this shit right. No, dude, he knows. It's crazy.
By the way, just saying, this guy, super woke Hassan, he's so woke, he calls Trump Hitler after glazing terrorists that participated in the death of 1 million Syrian civilians. Hello? Hello? Are we recognizing the irony?
He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
Oh, so him executing gay people is cool now because he read books. Right, guy? Right, Hassan? Right?
And also, ultimately, he is regarded as a pretty
God, I love the fucking nuclear winter sounds in the background.
Brilliant a person.
You know, honestly, if Trump actually decided to go full Hitler and kill Jews, Hassan might actually support him.
In terms of, like, everything that he's done, you might not agree with his methods.
What do you mean his methods? Killed a million civilians, bro. Syrian civilians.
You might not agree with his attitude overall.
His attitude is
in
bad.
terms of like, in terms of his opinions on civil liberties and shit like that.
Last week, Nasrallah has said gay people, even if they do it once, are to be killed.
But ultimately, this motherfucker has read a shit ton of books.
Knowledge. I feel I've shown you guys enough evidence that Hezbollah is an evil terrorist organization, but have you considered this?
What you meant to say is Hezbollah is Muslim.
Oh, the only reason you hate them is because you're actually Islamophobic. They called you a phobe and an ist. They put an ist at the end of your word. You're a racist and a phobe. Therefore, I'm just saying.
Okay? That's what you meant to say.
Yes.
What you meant to say is they're Muslim.
That's of course what they were saying. Yeah.
So of course, as they're Muslim, it's different.
If you're wondering why Hassan's audience is so radicalized, it's because of stuff like this.
Yeah, it's because they also have not read books. So when he was talking about books, they were like, what? That's crazy.
Israel, America's greatest ally, the most important country in the world, the most moral nation, the most moral democracy on the planet, is ruthlessly and mercilessly bombing southern Lebanon, including southern Beirut.
Why? Why are they doing that?
What did Lebanon do?
Great question, Nick. Great question. What did they do?
They just kind of were there.
They just kind of were there. Oh, and also they shot 15,000 missiles into civilian neighborhoods.
They happen to be Israel's neighbor.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Even as someone who's critical of Israel, this retelling is fucking insane.
They just kind of were there.
Hezbollah started launching rockets into Israel hours after the October 7th raid began. They launched 12,000 rockets, killed nearly 100 people, including 12 children, and displaced 250,000 Israelis from northern Israel. That's what
I wonder why Israel bombed them back. That's Truly a mystery.
Cause them to respond.
What did Lebanon do?
Why did Israel bomb terrorists that shot missiles at them? I can't put the pieces together myself.
Shit. Why did he ask that? What do I say?
Oh no.
Do I tell him the real reason?
Oh God.
No, my audience will kill me for being a Zionist. Okay, let's try this.
Nice.
They just kind of were there. Hell yeah, another slick political saved by boots on the ground, Hasan Piker. Damn, I'm good.
Let's go.
Even as a pro-Palestine activist, how does lying about this serve your agenda? All it does is further radicalize people. It removes any nuance, and it avoids any criticism for his team. And this is what continues to drive this conflict on forever.
Joe Rogan of the left, ladies and gentlemen.
Hassan is dedicated to pleasing his radical audience, even at the price of knowingly lying to them for TikTok and Twitter likes.
I'm a propagandist.
Or he's being paid, which, you know, we can't rule out. What a pathetic propagandist piece of shit liar he is. And now...
What a bloodthirsty, violent, lying pig dog. Am I right, guys?
Let's move to Hamas, the catalyst for this entire thing. They're the ones that committed this horrible act of terrorism, one of the worst the world has ever seen, on October 7th. They are, without a doubt, the most extreme...
That's pretty fucked up.
...of all of these terrorist organizations. They are Islamic jihadists that want to convert all of Israel into an Islamic state under Sharia law. That's their stated goal. Hamas has been on the designated terrorist group pretty much as long as there's been a group. These guys have been suicide bombing civilians before ISIS leaders were even born. They fired 50,000 rockets into civilian populations and performed over 100 suicide bombings, killing thousands of civilians. Women are restricted from participating in the workplace and public life. Homosexuality is outlawed. And in some cases, of course, punishable by death. They steal foreign aid from the people of Gaza.
Ooh, that's weird.
And
also, all the leaders of Hamas happen to be were multi-billionaires. They're all dead now.
Purpose it for military use, or they just sell it back to them. For example, why are all the Hamas leaders...
Weird how that happens.
There's billionaires.
All the Hamas leaders are billionaires in Qatar, while all the... that's crazy.
And let's be real, these guys clearly are not skipping any
This is a child holding a missile, by the way.
meals. While the people of Gaza languish in poverty, these fine gentlemen are living in multi-million-dollar penthouses.
We're living in multi-million-dollar penthouses.
In Qatar.
Were. Past tense.
That lines up with leftist values. Or, well, they were built.
Rot in hell, filthy swine.
Billionaires.
Get out of here. Bye-bye. Bye.
They're all dead. Hamas is a bunch of psychopathic terrorists of the worst order. And nobody would be crazy enough to defend them.
Boss, you called pretty much all of these? Yeah, because I told you I've already done a lot of research into all of these situations. I'm pretty familiar with this. I basically covered everything he's covering in his content nuke. I'm just enjoying the final nail in his coffin. His nightmare face.
Islam again? Hassan defended Hamas?
Yes, Hassan, in fact, did defend Hamas. It's pretty fucked up. I know. You'd think that, like, there's no way he could actually do that. Ooh.
Seriously? Okay. We had to.
By the way, I'm just making sure that people are aware. Not only did he defend Hamas, but also he's the biggest political streamer in the world, biggest leftist political guy in the world, one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, owned by Amazon.
Last minute changes to this part to prevent it from being
Boss, do you think Hassan will be canceled now? No, I don't think so. I think he can only truly be canceled if they actually take punitive action on him breaking the terms of service of Twitch, because ultimately he has a cult of terrorist supporter fans that are going to continue supporting terrorists.
Restricted on YouTube. I cut out the footage from Hamas, and I will attempt to narrate it for you as best I can.
Oh God, he's going to show them releasing the hostages.
In this scene, an older woman is walking hand in hand with a girl who looks about 12. And as they're getting in the back of the van, one of the terrorists gives them a wave goodbye and says goodbye to them in English.
Goodbye.
And the two of them, smiling, wave back.
That's crazy, dog. Dude. Okay, that's crazy.
Good comment. Good commentary. That's crazy, dog.
That's crazy. That actually, okay, that's too much. That's
crazy.
More than I expect. Bro, every time they're releasing hostages, the next wave they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Like, I'm staying.
You really think the hostages that they fucking kidnapped and kept for over a year want to stay with Hamas that's been raping them and torturing them? You fucking disgusting piece of shit.
These hostages are being released at gunpoint by the people who likely murdered their family in front of them before kidnapping them. Hassan peddling this narrative that they're sad to leave their captors is beyond disgusting.
Like, this is insane. Like, these people murdered and burnt their families and took them as hostages and kept them for over a year in some fucking tunnel where they were raped. Like, how disgusting do you have to be to say something like this?
Next wave, they're going to be like, actually, I'm good.
It's plainly obvious.
Then you have Hassan's chat glazing him, of course. See, this is why he'll never be canceled, by the way. This is why no matter how many of content nukes drop, he'll be fine, because his chat is also terrorist sympathizers.
These are traumatized victims who are scared for their life and doing what the terrorists are telling them to do in order to avoid any conflict.
Bro, Hamas is so good. PR, I want to join. Guys, this is terrorist propaganda. That's what his channel is. It's terrorist propaganda. Just saying.
On the way out. Oh, look at the sweet masked terrorist with his AK-47. He's so nice. Did you guys see how he waves goodbye?
Dude, okay, I'm going to be honest. This is some crazy PR. They look traumatized as fuck.
Yes, they do. If you've seen the clips, which of course I have, they look so horribly traumatized. And again, I feel like it's important to raise awareness that this is actually going on. That this is one of the biggest political voices in the world, because for some reason, every single person on the left turns a blind eye to the fact that this is happening. CNN glazes him as the Joe Rogan of the left. You don't understand how horrible this is. That's why I think it's important to talk about.
Wait, what? Bro, they look like they're chilling.
They're not chilling. They're traumatized. How could you say about a girl that's been raped over the last year plus as a hostage of a terrorist organization? How could you possibly say something horrible like that they were just chilling?
This girl who had her foot blasted off on October 7th and then operated on without anesthesia or painkillers is so sorry to say goodbye to her captors. She's going to miss their hospitality, like being raped and being watched showering and changing.
The next wave, they're going to be like, actually, I'm good. Like, I'm staying.
It's so obvious the terrorists are telling them what to do. Ethan, how can you say that? They look so happy. Keep waving. These morons forgot to cut out this part. Yes, that's a terrorist giving them an order to keep waving. And she does. See how fast she reacts?
Of course she does.
Totally not a fearful victim of terroristic kidnapping. Anyone peddling this nonsense should be embarrassed and ashamed. How pathetic can you get?
The next wave...
It's worse than embarrassing and shameful. Like, it's terrorist propaganda. Like, I don't know how we've gotten to this point that you have terrorist propaganda on the biggest leftist political channel in the world. Or at least in America. Like, that's crazy.
They're going to be like, actually, I'm good. Bro, they look like they're chilling.
All right, the Houthis is one thing, but he's not going to turn on Hamas propaganda videos.
Yes, he does. He shows videos of them making weapons.
And watch it on stream.
Yeah,
There's no way.
Yeah.
Okay, it's getting hard to defend him.
They don't defend him.
Freedom fighters, musical shit.
Here is a video that came out of how Hamas produces their own motherfucking sniper rifles.
This video's fake, by the way, which is just insult to injury.
He can hardly contain his admiration for them.
Produces their own motherfucking sniper rifles.
Let's see how long he can go without offering any commentary or analysis on this Hamas hype video.
Oh, God, dude.
Is that COD?
Oh my fuck, the guy's brain dead. He's so brain dead. It's so frustrating. Oh my God. Let the world hear our screams, God damn it.
One minute, 36 seconds.
Yeah, that's a journalist. He did a journalism, guys.
Nice. He's taken his time to analyze and think. I expect nothing less.
I'm ready for his response. You know what his reaction is? Damn, that's crazy.
From a journalist such as Hassan. Quiet, everybody. He's about to speak. He's gonna talk.
That's crazy.
I told you! Oh my God!
He's done it again.
What a hero! What a guy! That's our goat! That's our goat! Yeah! Woo!
We will continue killing your soldiers by our locally manufactured snipers. Wow, there's a little message for the Americans out there as well.
Oh, good. American soldiers, fuck them too, right, Hassan?
They're saying
right in their eye holes. Isn't that where you want them to get to fight? Yeah.
Like artisanal.
That's what you said about Dan Crenshaw, right?
No snipers. So, why am I showing you this?
That's a fantastic question. Why is he showing terrorist propaganda to his chat? You ready?
Good question. Why are you showing us 2 minutes
All right,
of
it's gonna be
uninterrupted
good.
Hamas propaganda?
It's gonna be good.
I'm sure he has a good answer.
Yes, he does.
The reason why I'm showing you this is because one thing that the Israeli maintenance of the apartheid has shown us is that there are no half measures.
No half measures
on genocide. You either got to hit the full gen.
Full gen.
Okay.
Yeah, he's right.
You can't do half genocide,
No half
a little
gen.
bit of displacement, and then
No
continue
half gen.
maintaining an apartheid state and maintaining an occupation.
Occupation. He said
Okay?
occupation. That's
Which
how you
is
know he's
basically
true.
what America did back
America
in the day
did it.
when,
That's America's
you know, we were building America, Manifest Destiny.
Manifest
right?
Destiny.
Hold on.
Yeah, he was showing terrorist propaganda because of Manifest Destiny. You are on the right track.
You showed this to us because of Manifest Destiny?
True!
What the fuck are you talking about? This is just word salad.
He just says shit, bro. Genocide, occupation, America, Manifest Destiny.
He's really saying nothing here. So he has no good reason.
True.
Got it.
True.
Okay, fine. He likes Hamas. He watches their propaganda. But he's not going to deny the violent rapes that took place. That is way beyond the pale.
Oh, no!
There is one instance in captivity that we have actually gotten verifiable evidence on. Beyond that, the systematized mass rapes that Hamas dealt on October 7, not a single bit of that has been verified.
Aside from the thousands of eyewitness testimonies on other people as well as themselves, as well as God, bro, the United Nations said it happened.
And people still run with it over and over and over again.
Oh my God.
Many young people who were simply attending a music festival. Women were horribly raped. As I said then, I say today, Israel had a right.
There were videos of women with half their clothes, their bottom half their clothes removed, with blood pouring down between their legs. But he doesn't count that as rape because they didn't do a rape kit on the mutilated bodies. Do you understand how fucking insane this is?
Has a right to defend itself.
What rapes did Hezbollah do? Bro, what rapes did Hamas do? What?
This is insane. This is our man here. He fights for women's rights on the daily.
What are you talking about? The Stop Anti-Semitism account that considered me to be anti-Semite of the week.
I wonder why why do people consider him anti-Semitic? That's weird.
It's also been hallucinating rapes once again, doing rape fantasies once again because they're fucking mentally ill.
Hamas has committed horrific acts of sexual violence and took
women and girls.
What is that?
Men and boys slaughtered after enduring sexual violence. The deadliest day for the Jewish people.
What is that? What is he? This is crazy.
Matter if fucking rapes happen on
it doesn't matter, guys.
October 7. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much.
It doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter.
So that's the other part of this problem that many people that can't contend with. Like,
I can't believe how quickly leftists go from believe all women to pics or it didn't happen.
Interesting. The hypocrisy.
The vast majority of people, if not all, who were raped were murdered on the spot, obviously.
Gam Goldstein Almog was kidnapped from her home on October 7th by Hamas terrorists and was held captive for 51 days. Though only 17 years old, she witnessed the murder of her father and sister on that day and is now speaking out about what she witnessed in Gaza as well in a new documentary by Sheryl Sandberg, Screams Before Silence.
And you know, most of these people, they don't want to go on camera and talk about this shit. They just want to move on with their lives, man. Fuck, man.
In new footage, a gun
It's such an unbelievable tragedy.
reveals that sexual assault and rape was a regular component of the life as a hostage in Gaza.
You can't even imagine what these fucking like random innocent people went through. And you got Hassan sitting in his $3 million mansion.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on
Let's go. That's our goat.
October 7th.
Hassan, maybe you would like to call her a liar. Please, go right ahead.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
There are dozens of testimonies from witnesses, most of who were in hiding and heard or saw it happen. And each week, there's more stories coming out. There's a UN report that concludes it happened.
Doesn't matter.
But Hassan needs a rape kit from a mutilated body.
You see, that's what I mentioned. Like, bro, why the whatever.
It's so
insane.
vile to deny the suffering.
You don't even need to like be a normal human. Like a regular normal human can actually see this and come to their conclusion.
And trauma of the victims just because you need your heroes at Hamas to be perfect. This conflict will never end until people realize that Palestinian liberation and Israeli security are not mutually exclusive. You need both, and it can be done, but not while people like Hassan lie, propagandize, and incite hate. It's people like him, ironically, that prolong the conflict indefinitely. There's no space for conversation. There's no space for rational thought. There's no space for nuance. My position on Palestine is like 5 degrees off from where Hassan is. And to him and his community, I'm the devil. I'm a Nazi. It's delusional.
And me. I'm another one. See, Ethan and I have a lot in common. We're both Jewish. We're both Nazis, according to Hassan's audience. Not too different, you and I guess.
Thinking, and it's destructive to their own cause.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, the UN said it happened, but that's not enough for Hassan. He's an on-the-ground journalist.
God forbid you throw up the fucking green Hamas banner.
What is this? Fucking the paraphernalia room of terrorist shit is killing me.
Now, let's move on to our next terrorist organization,
All right.
Twitch TV.
Yeah! I will admit I did not see that one coming. All right, so you have to understand the dynamic here, okay? Because Hassan is also a hypocrite. I think this is also important to point out as many times as you can. He supports the ethnic cleansing and genocide of Tibet or Taiwan or Crimea because that's done by Russia and China. All right, I'm just saying that he's cool with all that, but otherwise he'll support terrorists if the terrorists don't like Jews. Coincidentally.
Sinwar.
Oh, he's dead.
Nasrallah.
Oh, he's also dead.
Dan Clancy.
Fuck. I did not see that coming. Oh!
Of course, I'm being a little silly when I call Twitch a terrorist organization.
No, they're not an organization. They're just a terrorist propagandist platform.
It's only a megaphone for terrorist propaganda.
Yeah, it's a
Dan
totally
Clancy
different
has
thing.
been the CEO for a few years, and under his leadership, there's been a few notable instances, one being reducing the premium subscription split from 70-30 to 50-50.
Which he undid.
Which he reversed after backlash.
True.
He also attempted to ban the size of sponsored logos on stream to 3% of the size of the screen, was also reversed after backlash. So he's essentially achieved nothing. Oh, well, there is one thing. He actually laid off 900 employees.
Based. Let's go.
That one he did not take back. But here's where the trouble begins. He likes Hassan.
A lot. He made the whole office sing him happy birthday. That's how cringe his love of Hassan is.
He really likes Hassan. Let me read you an excerpt from a recent interview Dan did. Not a gamer himself, Clancy mostly watches musicians or talk shows on Twitch.
He doesn't, by the way. For the record, Dan Clancy watches gooner content on Twitch.
He particularly enjoys leftist political commentator Hasan Piker. I like the frankness and the bluntness. He's comfortable saying whatever he believes.
He's so comfortable about promoting terrorists.
Don't you think that might be part of the problem there, Danny boy?
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
By speaking what he believes, he should be on Rumble with the other fringe radical political streamers. But no, not under Dan Clancy's watch. Dan has elevated him to the status of Twitch Golden Boy. And if you still have doubts, let this settle the matter. Just for clarity, Dan Clancy is the one filming and singing in this video.
Happy birthday to you.
What the
He got all of his Twitch employees to come together and sing happy birthday to Hassan.
Fuck?
Happy birthday to you.
Bro, we're never beating the Hassan runs Twitch allegations after this. This is crazy. Oh my God.
Happy birthday, dear Hassan.
This is crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm cooked. I'm
Happy
cooked.
birthday from Twitch, Hassan. Happy birthday from Twitch.
Jeff Bezos, I know you were sitting behind Trump at the inauguration. You do realize he's doing this on your platform, right?
I've been looking around and I genuinely have never seen another video like this anywhere, where Dan Clancy or any top executive forced all these poor sons of bitches during their lunch break to gather around in the crew room and sing happy birthday for Hassan.
Let me just remind you also, Asmongold was banned for saying that some cultures are inferior. Thought it was important to mention.
Hasan Piker, how humiliating is that?
Hassan didn't get banned, by the way. For any of these things that he showed in this video so far, Hassan did not get banned for any of them.
There's also a small issue of Dan being a total creep.
Want to explore clips?
Oh, look at this. I love this. He scrolls through his clips and every single one is just like the Twitch Gooner content. Twitch is hentai for real, for real.
That's very nice. And now you have a clips feed.
Oh.
Okay?
Oh.
Suppose you want to check out the stories
Oh, look at the stories. Look at the stories. No.
to see what you missed yesterday.
No!
You click
Why are you
there,
such a pervert, bro? No!
and now you're in your stories.
Uh-oh. Oh! Ah!
Okay?
Okay.
Oh, no!
That's very nice.
No!
That's also.
And imagine being a creepy old man and a terrorist sympathizer. Awkward! You thought I was joking? I wasn't joking! And there's another time he actually does this same thing. Oh my god. Oopsie. Oopsie poopsie. Awkward.
Okay?
Awkward.
Okay? Okay?
Weird,
Suppose you
weird.
want to check out the stories to see what you missed yesterday.
Nice.
You click there. And now you're in your stories. Okay?
Okay. That's very nice. That's also. You have a seat
Okay.
on that chair. Okay. What were you doing with your pants there?
You know, Dan,
That's
I would have
weird.
let this creep narrative go. If it didn't
Happen a second time!
happen twice,
Yes!
roll it.
You want
Yeah, another time he does the same thing.
to see clips?
Oh god.
Swipe this way, and now you're seeing clips.
Interesting. And he's like, awkward.
The clips are,
And they're all Gooner clips.
and that's not necessarily the outcome.
Oh, every single one of them is a Gooner clip.
First of all, it's gross enough you're a creep, but what an incompetent idiot you are. You're the CEO of Twitch and you get caught with the fucking, you get caught with the girlies on your homepage twice? Bro, come on, dude.
Yeah,
you got
well.
wife, man. Got
Anyway,
dog.
where's the, we need the freaking Dwayne Johnson clip. You know, eyebrow raises.
Butters. We don't need to know about this. Don't want that in my head, bro.
And you wonder why they didn't ban the porn from Twitch. Interesting. Yes, because a 13 plus gaming platform, it's a breeding ground for porn and terrorists. Let's go.
It's also a little bit disturbing considering, you know, he's these people's bosses.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so he's incompetent. He's a creep. He's protecting terrorist propagandists.
All right.
So what's up? So what's the big deal with Dan Clancy? Well, what happened next is what really made me realize how corrupted and rotten Twitch is to the very core of the organization. First, let me introduce you to
Yo, let's go! Our favorite rising star.
Frogan.
Why don't you go take a trip to Home Depot and buy some rope?
She's one.
She's also known for saying she hopes all American soldiers get PTSD. Another famous quote from our favorite Frogan over here.
One of Hassan's main
Low life expectancy, but she has a bright future.
moderators. She's leading great discourse like Ethan's Islamophobic for saying, don't kill civilians. She has zero talent. She has 100 concurrent viewers, but
Ew, ew, ooh, ooh, fat and broke.
somehow she's always on the homepage. She's winning awards.
She's always on the homepage. That's weird.
Nobody's watching her. Nobody cares. Why is she relevant? We don't know.
It's important for
Is that what they call an industry plant?
me to show you guys what an actual horrible person Frogan is, so that you can see who Twitch is elevating. So let's start with this
Bro, dude, the soldiers getting PTSD clip is so much worse than this.
clip. Ludwig, a large streamer on Twitch, donated $10,000 to the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. That's a wonderful thing to do, right? No, not good enough for Frogan.
I find ultimately, like, if I were to do a charity thing where the charity thing relies on your donations, it should be something where like 95% of people feel good and are down for it. And like ultimately, regardless of what you think, that is not the situation here. So I personally donated 10K. Because I think it is worthwhile. And if you guys got some extra bread, I would recommend you donate. But I won't throw it on you, you know what I mean? No thanks. And some people are going to say that, you know what I mean? That's why it's the difference.
This is a cracker take.
Bro donates $10,000. And I love how she also has a green bar here saying emergency rent.
Difference between like, hey, I can put my money where my mouth is, but I don't need to put your money there. I don't need to enter a fucking debate.
Listen, the thing about Ludwig is you can't spell his name without an L or a W. So he'll either have an L or a W.
Cracker
about whether that's worthwhile.
Take. I know Arabs are dying, but you know,
I paint him as Islamophobic. True.
I'm not gonna tell you to donate. Do whatever you want. Me, I donated $10,000, but I'm not gonna promote it. Just don't say you donated $10,000 then. Look, if you're not actually believing, if you don't believe in the cause, and if you're not against genocide at this point, like, keep your fucking money. Keep your $10,000. Keep your little chump change. Like, like, what do you want? Do you want me to say like congratulations?
Imagine being Frogan, a leftist living in LA in comfort, begging for her rent money on stream, and telling displaced and famished Palestinian children, "No kids, you need to give that $10,000 back. Ludwig didn't pass my purity test."
Keep your fucking money.
But wait, there's more.
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers.
Yeah, that's the clip that I wanted. By the way, she's talking about American soldiers. It's not like she's talking about Israeli soldiers or anything.
Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Boo fucking who? I hope you get PTSD. Oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
This clip obviously made the rounds on social media and rightfully outraged a lot of people. Here's how she responded the next day.
I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
Me when I make a Jabba the Hutt take.
And they posted it in my head. I'm like, based?
Based? Based? I do hope that American soldiers get PTSD. Based?
Based? Like, am I?
By the way, she's a big Hassan fangirl and glazer and moderator. Pretty cool.
Supposed to be? Am I supposed to be like I'm not walking back on it. I still fucking agree with it. Base.
The smug defiance Frogan is showing is only because she knows.
Hope you get PTSD from getting canceled on Twitter.
That Twitch will do nothing to moderate her, despite veterans being classified as a protected group in Twitch's own community guidelines. But wait, there's more.
No! The Arab to Jew tier list is coming.
Okay.
Oh no, this is worse. This is the 9/11 take. You thought that Hassan saying that America deserved 9/11 one time was bad? Well.
6250. 9/11 baking stream with Raf and Capri. If we get to this goal by 9/11, Capri, Raf, and I will make the Twin Towers out of a stacked cake, and we'll make an airplane, and we'll recreate 9/11.
Pretty great, guys, huh? This is the fostering ground of Twitch, the incestuous Twitch breeding ground. Let's go.
This tweet was the final straw for me. You'll notice the date is October 7th, 2023, the morning of the massacre, at 5:30 a.m. Pacific time. At this moment, Hamas militants had infiltrated a music...
Honestly, I heard Destiny say this once, and I'll be real, it's a pretty good take. He said, you want to know how insane someone is? Look at what they tweeted on October 7th, 2023. Like, it's a pretty crazy litmus test, honestly.
Festival and several kibbutzim, where they began their wanton slaying of civilians.
And so this was posted on October 7th, literally. Like, this was literally posted on the day that, thousands of innocent people were raped and murdered.
Here's what she tweeted. Leftists preach and foam at the mouth at the thought of a revolution happening in America. But as soon as it happens in the Middle East, what they're doing is wrong. It's not what she said. It's when she said it. While she's on Twitter celebrating, I was listening to the local news in Israel. Families were calling into news stations begging for help. Let me show you what I mean.
איפה אתם? יואו, ממי, צריכים מיקום. תתרבו, תמצאו מקום, תתרבו. אבל אני אוהבת אותך, אנחנו בתוך הלחם. אי אפשר לצאת. אני יוצא לכיוון שלכם עכשיו, צריכים מיקום. אני בא, ממי, צריכים מיקום, אלוהים.
The morning of October 7th, Israelis were listening to calls like this all morning long. Dozens of them.
I got some of these from family. Like, it's fucking horrible.
Imagine reading this tweet after listening to this. This woman should have moved on years ago to another profession, but for some reason Twitch is obsessed with keeping her on life support. And instead of moderating her, they actually gave her an award, Together for Legendary Woman, in which she would get front page placement.
What a legendary woman. Am I right? Legendary. They will talk about her for a long time.
All year long.
This is actually my favorite detail about Frogan. She won a Rising Star Award
2 times
at the Streamer Award.
Twice.
An award show put on by her friends. And then
2 times.
The next year, guys,
yes,
she gets nominated
yes,
for Rising Star again.
How do you be the Rising Star 2 times? I don't know, bro. Is she the DEI hire? Oh my God.
Are they fucking with her? You can't be Rising Star twice.
True. I mean, what are they gonna? Falling Star Award would be a little too real.
It's up or it's down, man. In fact, you were never up. That was the problem. They tried to pretend like you were up, but you were always down. Rising Star twice. What's this, fucking Mario Kart? You hit a boost up there or some shit? Because Frogan is the 2-time Rising Star champ, and because of her massive viewership of 100 concurrent viewers, it only makes sense that Twitch would give her one of the main stages at TwitchCon to do a 45-minute long segment.
Yeah, this is in TwitchCon on Twitch's channel, by the way, where she does an Arab to Jew tier list.
Her idea that was Twitch approved, an Arab to Jew racial tier list. So the premise is who can say Habibi, an Arabic word of affection like baby or sweetheart. And this tier list determines who can say it. Top and most desirable tier is Arab. And at the...
Does this bitch suck Hassan cock? Worse. She's his mod. They're friends. He supports her. Like, fuck, dude.
Bottom. The worst one is, quote, loves Sabra.
In case you're curious, Sabra is a term used to define Israelis, Jews born in Israel. Just saying.
Now, why does love Sabra equate to Jews?
It's a famous hummus brand, and it's also a term used to define Jews born in Israel.
Sabra is a well-known Israeli company that makes hummus. They've been on the divestment list for many, many years, so the activists are well aware of their status.
Ew, activists cringe.
Oh, yeah, and Sabra literally means a Jew that was born in Israel.
Yes, it does.
It also plays up an anti-Semitic trope that denies Jewish identity in the Middle East. There's this idea that Israelis are all white colonizers who are stealing the culture and identity of Arabs to make it seem like they belong there. Watch Frogan and her co-hosts accuse Israelis of culturally appropriating Arab culture.
The one thing that's like funny is that there's two types of like genocide, right? There's like genocide of real people, and then there's like cultural genocide, right? Like this is fucking funny. But it's like, those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Dude, the fact that they have the audacity to create Sabra and make that like the staple hummus of America.
Okay, I mean, no one's gonna give a shit because she's completely irrelevant. But in case you're curious, she also thinks that every Jew in Israel, by the way, 80% of Jews in Israel are born in Israel, but she thinks they should all move, quote, back to Brooklyn, which is very funny because basically none of them are from Brooklyn.
Insane.
It's super offensive to us. And like that's actual like cultural appropriation. Like people get mad when someone has like dreadlocks and they call that culture. I'm like, come on, it's just like a hairdo. Like it's okay. People like white people are allowed to have dreadlocks if they want dreadlocks. But like actually trying to claim our food, our desserts.
Just one question for you guys.
Who the fuck do you think is making the hummus in Israel? Martha Stewart? No, it's the same fucking Arabic-speaking Jews that you kicked out in the 1950s. Yes, they also like hummus, and they like all the same shit you do. Because they are you. They're from your country. You kicked them all out, and now you're accusing them of stealing your culture. You want to talk about cultural genocide? Well, here it is.
Yucky
You racist
poo.
piece of shit.
Those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Hey, scumbag.
Crazy.
Here's a hummus place we used to eat at. The chef is from Yemen. Here's another dude from Syria. Does this dude look like a white colonizer to you? Would you like to tell him he's stealing your culture? Well, this is what most Israelis look like.
Dude, the fact that they have the audacity to create Sabra.
This is casual bigotry being passed around like a leftist talking point. It's exactly why people are saying that anti-Semitism is coming mostly from the left. And yes, I know this dipshit is also
Weird,
Jewish.
huh?
Incredible. He picked up so many tokens, he actually became one. And by the way, everybody on this panel is looking pretty fucking white themselves. So bearing all of this in mind, it's really not a stretch to say that the Love Sabra bracket is a dog whistle for Israelis or Jews.
You mean to say that Sabra, the term used to define Jews born in Israel, actually might be referring to Jews? What? No!
The next person is one of my favorite people, Ethan Klein.
I told you guys to clap.
Lamau, Jew, am I right, guys? Jew.
This is a good reaction.
That was a good one. That's good. All right. Turn that up. Turn giraffe.
We all know where this is going.
You guys are missing a category for Zionist.
No.
That was just a joke in my
Stand up. Well, obviously it's Love Sabra, right?
Yeah, it
has to be. That's easy. That's
definitely Love Sabra.
She apparently consulted with the head of the KKK, and he told her, more subtle. So if it wasn't obvious enough, they pull me, one of the best-known Jewish creators.
Jewish guy, generic Jewish man. Cool.
And immediately put me in Sabra. Hassan, by the way, who's Turkish, not Arab, is Arab. That's the good one. That's the good one. The Arab ethnicity is S tier. Then Denham's jokes that we don't have a category low enough for Zionists, once again calling out my Jewish identity.
Dude, where's the you guys are missing a category for Zionist.
And if it isn't about being Jewish, why would they put Ben Shapiro in the thumbnail?
Interesting. So Ben Shapiro and Ethan Klein, you know, the two generic Jews, so they're in in F tier. Weird.
One of the other most prominent Jews on YouTube, and the category next to me, when he's not even featured in the game. Who's next down there? Anne Frank? Einstein?
Damn.
Seth Rogen?
Damn.
Schindler? Well, he
wasn't Jewish, but I mean, he'd go there.
Wasn't Jewish, but they would put him down there, let's be real.
Absolutely.
It also doesn't help their case that both...
I'll be in the next one. Very excited to get my time in the spotlight on the next Arab to Jew tier list. It's going to be great. These are progressive people. I don't know if you're aware, these are the progressive people, all right? They support, they're anti-racist, right? They're cool and woke like that, all right, guys? These are woke and cool people.
My wife and Ben Shapiro's wife were born in Israel, which would make them Sabras. So
Ooh,
love
interesting.
Sabra.
Interesting. That's funny coincidence.
literally in this case means Jew lover. That sounds pretty racist. And what about the title? How Arab are these Twitch streamers?
No, it's just talking about hummus. It's just talking about hummus, guys. It's just talking about hummus.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
I thought this was about hummus.
Whoa!
You know, I'm tired of these people gaslighting me. Haven't the Jews been gassed enough?
Bro, fuck you. You did not need to go there, dude.
So you're telling me you understand what a microaggression is, but you can't...
They're woke. They're woke. They're anti-microaggressions. They do not believe in triggering people. But...
understand why a Jewish man might be uncomfortable with this. I feel like this is indefensible, blatant, obvious anti-Semitism.
I mean, it is very obvious anti-Semitism. In front of Twitch's sponsors, on the official Twitch channel. Weird. Weird how that happened. To quote my favorite actress of all time, Rachel Ziegler. Weird.
And this was greenlit by Twitch to appear on their main stage. How is that even possible? Right in front of their sponsors, too. Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung.
Oh, damn.
This racial tier list was brought to you by our sponsors, Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung. This is an example of Twitch management elevating a racist nobody like Frogan at the detriment of their own company's well-being. Why? After the predictable controversy
I wonder why. Maybe it's a coincidence.
This caused, Dan Clancy, the CEO, went live for the first time after 2 weeks and did
banned all the people asking him tough questions.
An FAQ.
It's exciting to be here. Mary, thanks for having me. It's always a joy to do this with you. And we have a lot to talk about. And, looking forward to questions.
Let's take a look at some of the questions they got. This person asked, do you plan on addressing the anti-Semitism problem?
Banned.
Dan's response? Permanent ban.
Bye.
Why do you not ban streamers that show terrorist propaganda on your website? Good question.
Banned.
Ban.
Bye.
Do you care to comment about the ADL and anti-Semitism on Twitch?
Banned. Bye-bye.
Why the fuck is the CEO banning people for asking reasonable questions about a relevant controversy they've been in?
Weird.
What the fuck is this? These are not even written like in a mean way. You are banned, just like the entire country of Israel.
True. That's another thing that happened.
Discovered around the same time as this Arab tier list that Twitch had secretly, without announcing it anywhere,
geo-blocked all of Israel.
Banned the entire country of Israel
Weird.
from creating new accounts. This was enacted right after October 7th, and it continued on for a year. And if you're wondering how you didn't hear about it before, it's not because the Israelis weren't talking. Here's the top Israeli streamer's video about it, which is entitled, Twitch does not want Jews on their platform. He explains that they slowly started to realize no accounts could be made, and him and his fellow Israeli streamers were causing a lot of noise.
So let me get this straight. They won't ban terrorist propaganda because, they're not pro-censorship. But they'll ban the entire country of Israel. Interesting.
Ways to get noticed. But Twitch completely ignored them for 5 months. When he created a support ticket with Twitch, it was straight up deleted with zero explanation. Around the end of the year, when people started talking about anti-Semitism on Twitch, Dan Saltman discovered the Israel ban when he was sent the code proving the block happened, presumably from someone who works
blocked country IP. I wonder what that could mean.
At Twitch, and it could no longer be ignored. Israeli and American media started to pick up the story, which finally forced Twitch to respond. He also explains the block started on October 13th, which happens to be
coincidentally the global day of jihad, which was announced by Hamas to basically ask everyone around the world to kill random Jews. If you're a Jew, you remembered this day because kids didn't go to school that day. Everyone was terrified.
Be Global Jihad Day when Islamic terrorists call on others globally to act, which he thinks is an odd coincidence. They were never notified in any way, and it greatly affected their business. He says he doesn't feel safe with Dan Clancy in power, as he feels he can no longer trust him. When Israelis try to sign up, it gives you a generic error message. It doesn't say anything that suggests that you're ineligible because you're in Israel. So when one of these guys wrote to Twitch customer service, this is what they said. I am really sorry that you are having issues creating an account. We have reviewed your case thoroughly and can confirm that, unfortunately, you are not eligible to create a Twitch account. As a result, we will be closing your case at this time.
Under the new increased scrutiny, Dan Clancy panicked and posted 2 terrible explanations on Twitter.
Lies, by the way.
That were immediately community noted.
How can Twitch say on one hand that they've reviewed
But Elon Musk's Twitter, Elon Musk's a fascist. That guy, he did a whole salute.
the case thoroughly, and then on the other hand say it was an accident and they didn't know? This is all very fishy. A big media company like Twitch doesn't realize that their new account signups from Israel has completely flatlined?
They all noticed. They all knew. In fact, there were leaked DMs of their staff actually talking and laughing about it in the background. In case, I don't know if he shows it, but there were literal acknowledgments that happened.
You're telling me that you guys didn't notice that? That's impossible. Then, at the same time, it was announced that Sneeko, Fresh and Fit, and the
Houthi terrorists that we've just covered,
little Houthi twink terrorists, were all unbanned, and they could stream again on.
Interesting. So at the same time as banning all of Israel, they've also unbanned all of the biggest anti-Semitic content creators in the world. That's funny.
Twitch. This is like the holy trinity of anti-Semitism.
It's awesome.
So guys, yeah, we're back on Twitch. Welcome. I know we had gotten banned or whatever, or we got suspended, but I went ahead and appealed it. And we're back in the house, man. So for all the haters out there that were like, you know, oh yeah, they got banned on Twitch. Hey, be mad. Be mad, guys, because we are back in the house.
Yeah.
They can't stop us.
Weird.
They did stop.
He got banned again.
An hour later. All three of the accounts were eventually rebanned. But the decision to unban those three creators at that exact time, and being three of the best known anti-Semites on the internet, seems to clearly be trying to send a message. And then it was discovered that Twitch's head of policy and community guidelines was previously fired from her job publicly by the British government. Why? She does not like the Jews. That's right. Their head of trust and safety was previously suspended from her job at Ofcom for being too anti-Zionist. And guess where her very next job was at? That's right, Twitch TV. Apparently she was posting pro-Hamas tweets only mere days after October 7th happened. That's so interesting. It sounds just like someone else we know. It's almost like supporting terrorists is institutional. Hell, it might even be a prerequisite. Take a look at this tweet from Twitch's senior manager of inclusive marketing, Bridget Chermating, on October 12th. People are posting screenshots of them donating to Israel relief funds. Shake my head, y'all are truly rooting for the oppressor. Read a damn book. This tweet was made only 5 days after the October 7th massacre. The donations she's criticizing would go to families like this, if they were still alive. This entire family was murdered in cold blood by Hamas terrorists on October 7th. Bridget, who did these little girls oppress? How can you act so high and mighty for your cause and be so callous
and Twitch is like, yeah, this is the person that's going to be in charge of all trust and safety. Let's go, Twitch! Let's go! Woo! Yeah, baby!
Inhuman for the innocents on the other side.
Dude.
This statement was made by the senior manager for inclusive marketing. Is that some kind of joke? Is this what inclusion looks like at Twitch?
And you wonder why the decisions being made are made the way they are. Interesting.
Is it really crazy at this point, after all this, to say that Twitch has an anti-Semitism problem? I think it would be harder at this point to argue the opposite. Oh, Bridget, one more thing. Sorry, I forgot. Can you tell me the answer to this riddle? What's the difference between a Boy Scout and a Jewish kid?
That was from 2011. I mean, like, okay.
Standing by. Let us know. And yes, it's true. I should point out this tweet is from 2011. This one, however, is from 22.
Bro, she has decades of experience in hating Jews, and they nabbed her for this position. Holy shit, that's crazy.
Sarah Silverman tweeted out, Kanye threatened the Jews yesterday on Twitter, and it's not even trending. Why do mostly only Jews speak up against Jewish hate? The science is so loud. Bridget said, this was the energy I was around when I worked with two Jewish women in social impact, who were both senior to me.
Guys, this is like your classic brain rot, all right? Everyone is oppressed. We need more DEI. We need more DEI, guys. Listen. We need to be more inclusive about other people, unless they're Jews. In which case, it's kind of weird how Jews talk about how people hate Jews. That's pretty weird. What the fuck?
She's trying to make Sarah Silverman seem like some kind of Jewish Karen for caring about anti-Semitism. I wouldn't really care about any of this if she wasn't the head of fucking diversity at Twitch. What the fuck is happening here? This is insane.
What team decided that she needed that position? Unless.
So with people like her deciding what is and isn't okay on Twitch, there's no surprise that you end up with these extraordinarily uneven enforcements of the rules.
Take, for example, this clip of the streamer Destiny. He was permanently...
Bro, dude, what happened? The fucking genocide happened to this man. Bro, you got genocide on one side, you got genocide on the other. What is going on? Bro, why is every leftist political streamer got fucking obliterated themselves?
banned for what he said here.
That community is never worth engaging with. There's just no point in doing it. Like, it's too, the risk of me, like, ending up getting, like, permabanned and my life destroyed because of these, like, inbred fucking disgusting losers is, like, it's just not worth it.
So he called trans people inbred. I think that's what he's referring to. He called trans people inbred and got permanently banned on Twitch. Meanwhile, Hassan actually has a 3-minute compilation of him calling Jews inbred, and he's the poster boy of Twitch. Interesting! And these are the people calling me a Nazi, in case you're curious.
It's just totally not worth it.
And okay, you know, fair enough. If you're going to be consistent with the enforcement, then, you know, let's have a friendly place, a safe environment. It's calling a minority group inbred, which results in a permanent ban. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Ready?
Has anyone else done that?
Ready?
The Jewish KKK brigades out there, just a bunch of fucking inbred hicks. Imagine the most inbred white supremacist guy you can imagine, okay? Every week there was another fucking psychopathic settler, inbred fucking douchebag. Oh, these inbred fucking...
He's just pointing to random Jews. He is literally just pointing to random Jews and saying inbred. Like, he has no idea who he's pointing to.
And douchebags in the background, dude. A nation entirely comprised of messianic, inbred...
A nation of inbreds. That's a good one.
Inbred. Ultra-Orthodox psychopaths that these inbred don't understand. Educated, inbred, fundamentalist hicks.
Calling us in the middle of campus, calling us inbred, that we have no culture. One of them grabbed my friend's Israeli flag in the middle of campus, carried it to a mob by the gate that were communicating with the angry mobs outside of campus.
Untrained, inbred asses shipped into southern Lebanon, telling us that we are all inbred and that we have no culture.
You want to...
Pretty great, huh? Pretty good shit. That guy's not banned on Twitch. In case you're unaware, he's not banned. That guy, he is the Joe Rogan of the left. He's so woke and inclusive, guys.
See clips?
Inbred.
Twitch, Hassan.
The clips are, and that's not necessarily the algorithm.
Hassan, a non-Jewish person, is referring to Jews as inbred consistently.
It's pretty fucked up.
Throughout his career.
Not very woke of you, sir.
Inbred, ultra-Orthodox psychopaths.
Zero punishment. Hassan interviewing a Houthi pirate.
The Houthi.
Zero punishment.
Nasrallah is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
Zero punishment. Hassan watching terrorist propaganda with zero critical commentary.
They do musicals. They're very musical people.
Yeah. I know. Are you being serious?
Zero punishment.
Yeah.
Hassan threatening a sitting congressperson. This one actually.
Yo! I am so happy he included in this video. I thought for sure he was going to glaze over it, but this might be one of the most insane things Hassan ever did. And this includes calling all Jews inbred and fucking terrorist propaganda and stuff. This is insane. Buckle down if you haven't seen this yet.
When I saw he tweeted that, I said, he's done after this for sure.
Yeah.
For sure he is.
For those that may not recognize this weapon, I'll explain. Shinzo Abe is a former Japanese prime minister.
He served from 2012 to 2020. He was assassinated in July of 22 in a stunning fashion that left the Japanese public horrified. He was killed with a makeshift weapon that the shooter had built himself at home. So when Hassan saw...
And he posted the schematics of a homemade shotgun that was used to assassinate a prime minister in regards to the tweet of a congressman. Hello? Hello? What is happening? Guys, but this guy, he's pro LGBT, so he's one of the good guys. He's woke, so we love him. We support him.
This tweet that he didn't like, he posted the schematics in what can only be presumed as an invitation to someone in his fan base to build this weapon and then assassinate this sitting congressperson who wrote a tweet he did not like.
Bro, do you see how insane this is?
Genuinely do not know how he didn't land himself in prison for making terroristic threats.
Zero punishment.
Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods.
And
that's when he was referring to a landlord, by the way.
Isn't just a Hassan problem. It underscores a disturbing trend among leftists on Twitch. The problem is, if you can believe it, these people are frequently making death threats and facing zero consequence.
Yo, there's a whole compilation of Twitch streamers making death threats. By the way, I was thinking of mentioning this earlier. Asmongold keeps kind of defending Hassan. Kind of. And while I get that he doesn't want to start a big drama, Asmongold, this is who you're defending. Please react to the content, Nuke.
I know it sounds far-fetched, but I assure you it's very real.
Listen,
by the way, Asmongold doesn't defend like Hassan's takes. Asmongold says that Hassan gets clipped out of context a lot and stuff. Like, bro, I think a lot of people are willingly blind to what's actually going on because this is like a massive drama. You can't be willingly blind. You have to know what's going on. Don't live in a bubble. I'm not talking about Asmongold. I'm talking about everybody. Because he's one of the biggest Twitch streamers, and obviously anyone with a line to him wants to be connected. Like, wants to be connected to the guy. With all due respect, Ludwig, who literally obfuscates situations time and time again to make Hassan look like the good guy, you have to know what's actually happening, bro.
Up the number, okay? 30K to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear.
Yeah, that's a death threat.
Bro, that Destiny guy needs to get Not gonna fucking lie.
It would just be so easy to it would solve all of our problems. Like, we would have socialism now at this point, right? We would have socialism at this point if someone just went out of their way and it would be so easy.
Thing that happens, I mean, like, holy shit, guys. If you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know.
Actually, Mike from PA, the dude that's stuck in the before image of a transformation story, did receive a 3-day ban.
This man put...
Oh, that one guy got a 3-day ban. The rest of them, they're fine.
Put a bounty on a fellow streamer's head. This man should not be getting a 3-day suspension. He should be getting a knock on his door from the FBI.
Damn. Isn't it a federal crime? Yes! But they're on Twitch, so it's okay.
I made this video for 2 reasons. First, to stop Hassan infiltrating mainstream media. Hassan has been welcomed by many mainstream outlets. They view him as a friendly social democrat, as someone who's just trying to spread progressive politics online to an important demographic. But we know that's not true. He is not their friend or their ally. If you ever see Hassan rubbing shoulders with anyone from mainstream media, let them know politely, with all the civility in the world, what kind of person he is when he thinks mainstream media isn't watching. Help them understand that his name should be associated with people like Nick Fuentes and Alex Jones.
Honestly, true. Dude is the Nick Fuentes of the left.
Other fringe, radical, political commentators. Number 2, Twitch must be held accountable. Twitch has proven that it will not change by choice.
No! He's gonna roll by all their logos, all the ads on Twitch.
And so...
Hassan got kicked out of the DNC convention before the election. I know.
It is our moral imperative to enact that change through any reasonable means that we can. Samsung, Chevron, and Capcom. Twitch has given them a lasting association with a racial tier list with Arabs at the top and Jews at the bottom. These brands have every right to know. And they should. We all recall YouTube's adpocalypse.
Damn, bro.
It happened when ads were running over ISIS recruitment videos, and it caused a brand exodus. The same thing is happening now on Twitch, but instead of ISIS, it's the Houthis, Hamas, and Hezbollah. Dan Clancy's refusal to moderate extremists is the only reason for any of this. He is the sole person to blame. He had so many opportunities to stop this. Ultimately, after dedicating months of my life to creating this video, I am left with one overwhelming conclusion.
Fuck Hassan.
Fuck this dude.
All right, I was close. I was close! Yeah, and that's the end of the video. Honestly, that was crazy. This was a glorious time for me, professional Hassan hater extraordinaire, lover of chaos, not a propagator of terror. I don't like terrorists. As someone that doesn't really like terrorists so much, this was definitely enjoyable to some degree. Thank you so much for being here. Definitely subscribe for future chaos. And no one is safe. No one is safe. If you're cringe, I will call you out. If you have a downfall, I will be there. I do love some good downfalls. I do love some good chaos. Nothing is taboo. Thank you all so much for being here. Appreciate all of your time and support. And I echo the sentiment. Fuck this dude, honestly. And I think that everyone needs to know, like, what they're doing when they actually collab with this guy and support this guy and put this guy on their platforms and leech this from this guy. They have to know what they're doing. And I feel like there's so much willing self-gaslighting that goes on. I didn't know Hassan does terrorist propaganda, and therefore I will collab with. People don't know. I think people don't know. And I think some people don't want the smoke and don't want to actually take a stand, which, again, I'm not going to blame anybody for being a pussy here. I'm just saying, not going to blame you for being a pussy. But, guys, I think it has to be very aware of what's actually going on in the world. I don't like censorship. I do like actual information. I don't like false information. And I think that people that needlessly and, contrivedly close their eyes to what goes on just in order to, enjoy the good number boost of collabing with Hassan, guys, wake the fuck up. Look at who you are propagating. The fact that I have been more of a brand risk and been dropped by people because I am edgy or controversial, and those same people will collab with Hassan is fucking telling. Definitely tune in to the next episode of the Jewcast. Me and Ethan, we're gonna save the world. Stay weird, fam. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.